Hello, FPL managers. We are live for Scoutcast Matchday. We are here for Game Week 6, and what a treat we have in store for you this afternoon. Why? We've got two football matches, not just two football matches, but probably the best two teams in the league going head to head. Sorry, Liverpool, maybe two of the best three. And then we've also got everyone's captain, Ronaldo, playing for Man United versus Villa. We've got two games, and I'm joined by a good mate of mine. Hello, Ed. How you doing? This is your first time on Scoutcast Matchday. Welcome.
It is. Can I just say, I think it should be illegal to have two games as good as this on at the same time. They should be split up. But yes, no, I'm good. I'm happy to be here. And thank you for having me. I mean, I'd love to say, I've earned this call up. It's been taking me years. But really, Gianni messaged me and said, I need a ringer. Can you do it? And I said, yeah, sure.
I went round the houses. Ted said no. Flapjack said no. Seb's out of action. FPL family said no. Toby said no.
I'll always be here for you, mate.
Do you want me to carry on?
No.
So here you are, and welcome to everyone in the chat. We've got G Wiz with us. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. Kev's with us. Wicked. Yes, Kev. Kev was at Fest, so you might remember him, Ed. He was always letting me know if there was a goal scored in the Brentford game, and Kev is always hot on the goal scoring, which is very, very useful. Nice. Skander is with us as well. Loads of the regulars. And Murphy. Yes, guys. Good to see you. What do you think to the graphics? We have the graphics on rotation. You can see the United starting 11. You can see the Villa starting 11. I've been tweaking some of the formations around a little bit. It will be a back five for Villa. We know that. And then you're going to see in like 10 seconds time, the Chelsea City game as well. Now, the City formation, who knows? I've gone with KDB false 9. I noticed SofaScore, BBC, BT Sport, they've all gone for like Bernardo Silva or Jesus up top. I'm going Jesus right, Grealish left, KDB 9. But we will change it if we think that is needed. Ed, what are your hopes for today? You're going to have eyes on United. What are you thinking? Are we going to see a big home win? You're very pro-United at the moment. You even think they might win the league.
Yeah, and when I said that, people have been on Twitter calling me a TalkSport presenter because they think I'm saying it just for the clicks. But no, I genuinely think they've got a chance. And I've captained Ronaldo today, so I will be having eyes on United and Ronaldo hat-trick incoming.
Love that. I've also captained United. Let us know in the chat who you've captained. I'm guessing
you've captained United.
Oh,
I didn't know you could captain a whole club. Fantastic. Wow.
I've also captained Ronaldo. Can't wait for City to smash Chelsea today, says Gwyn. Oh, come off it. The graphics aren't rotating yet, so I might have a word there. They were rotating.
They do look good, though. They do look very good, I must say. Surely you didn't have anything to do with putting this together because it's good.
So we have FPL Captain, who does loads of graphics for loads of content creators. He designs them. I have a spreadsheet, which I just have to fill out. So I put into the spreadsheet the starting 11 and the subs.
Nice.
Wow, loads in the chat. I knew I was going to get this. I was going to say loads of you will captain Antonio, and you haven't disappointed, guys. Nuclear Atoms, yes. Kev, yes. Both of you with Antonio. Love that call. I haven't got quite got the minerals for that, and I do think Ronaldo will outscore him, but I can massively see the Antonio love, Ed. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think Antonio will do well. I mean, people are getting Antonio because of the injuries to Leeds, aren't they? That seems to be what's happened. That's the thing that swung it for people, it seems. And he's had a break because of his suspension. So, his hamstrings are ready to go. Yeah, I think he'll do well. I reckon he'll score. It's just will Ronaldo score more? I think so, obviously, because I've gone with him. I suppose it was a case, wasn't it, of Salah's playing Brentford away and they've looked solid at the back. Ronaldo has got Villa at home, but Villa can be good defensively. They were so good last year. They got Martinez in goal. So people have gone, okay, let's back Antonio, who's against the Leeds that is very, very depleted.
Yeah. And what do we reckon in the two of the top three head-to-head today? Chelsea versus City. What do we reckon?
I think that... Look, I said this. So, do you know Champions League final last year, right? Chelsea play City. And everyone was saying, City are going to win, City are going to win. And obviously Pep famously leaves the defensive midfielder out that he's played all season and Chelsea win, right? I predicted that. I'd just like to say, I don't predict many things right, but I predicted it on Twitter. I said, Chelsea are going to win this. And I ended up finishing 800th in the Champions League fantasy football thing because I backed Chelsea. I'm backing them again. I think Tuchel has got Pep in his pocket and Chelsea are looking so solid. Man City haven't properly kicked into gear yet. What was that? Was it last time out? It was 0-0 against Southampton. Was that the last game? I can't remember. It was 1 week ago, whatever it was. whatever it was. So yeah, I think Chelsea are going to do it. It's either going to be a 0-0, 1-1 sort of tight draw, or a 1-0 or something like that to Chelsea.
I think it might be a tight game. I think we're going to get more goals in the United Villa game. I think Villa will score. I think United will score a few, hopefully. And the Chelsea City games, they sometimes disappoint. It could be, I could see a 1-0, but City are hurt. That Champions League final would have hurt Pep. It would have hurt City. So where do we go from there? Well, maybe we see City come all guns blazing and actually turn up. And I think they usually do turn up. They didn't last time out versus Southampton, but they'll have a good go. Maybe it could be open. Sometimes we can get these classics, but usually they're stalemate. So, yeah, a tight draw or someone nicking a 1-0 win wouldn't surprise me. You'll notice the graphics haven't rotated yet. My bad. Chelsea versus City should be on screen every 20 seconds, and I really want to get it sorted. So, I've got a couple of messages to read from
Should I read the team out for now?
Yeah, I might be out of action for a minute or two when I play around with stuff, but
that's all right. Okay, this is my moment. Okay.
You might have to go through the Chelsea and City teams as well, because you might be a while.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, okay. So the Chelsea team. So Gianni hasn't done his job properly once again. I'll fill in for him. Don't you worry. We've got Mendy in goal. So Mendy comes back. Obviously dropped in the last game, or was he ill? I can't remember. He just didn't play, did he? So Mendy's back in goal. You've got Azpilicueta, Christensen, and Rudiger as the three centre backs. Christensen in the middle of the three, according to BBC Sport. Anyway. You got Reece James, right wing back, and you've got Marcus Alonso, the darling of FPL at the moment, it seems, left wing. And then you've got Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic in that midfield three, and then Lukaku and Werner up top. Probably Werner playing just behind Lukaku. Is that how it works at Chelsea?
It's switched.
Has it switched? Has it done
it? It is on screen. Okay. That's good.
Oh, there you go. Well, let's see what we've put it as. So, yeah. Okay, that's what I said. I mean, come on. They're wing backs. They're not like... They're not forwards.
So originally I had Alonso and Reece James on the same line as Jorginho. Then I went, let's put them on the same line as Kante and Kovacic. And then I went, let's go again. Let's put them because it is. Tuchel will play with a front four and a back six today, I reckon.
Right. That is quite something. So Marcus Alonso really is basically playing up front. Everyone, Reece James is as well. They're playing four up front.
I might move Reece James back to the Kante line and leave Alonso where he is, lopsided, because look, Alonso's a wide forward as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, no, it's good. And then so just to finish, then the City team, as you can see there on screen: Ederson, Laporte, Diaz, Walker, Cancelo, Silva, Rodri, Foden. So Foden's back in. Jesus, De Bruyne, and Grealish. So no surprises there. Is that the case? Who's dropped out there for Foden?
Gundogan.
Right.
I mean, Bernardo Silva could be the 9. Foden could be the 9. Jesus could be the 9. There are 4 options: Foden, KDB, Jesus, or Bilva. I've gone KDB, and it could be Foden wide right, Jesus as 9, and De Bruyne in the midfield 3.
Fluid. They all move around. These formations now are a bit outdated, isn't it? Writing down on paper where the players play, particularly in a Pep team. It's like, well, we've written that down, sure, but they just go all over the place.
Yeah, true.
They're good footballers. They know what they're doing, you know?
You'll notice that the Aston Villa United game's not currently on screen. I just need to do a couple more emails and make sure I can get it rotating. It should be.
Couple more emails. Who do you have to email? What is this? Sorry, emailing DM. 15 different people who are working on this in the background. What's going on?
Sorry, DM. Guys, get your questions in for our FPL expert, Ed, who can see the chat. If you've got any questions, the quick ones, though, make them short, because if you put like a whole paragraph of writing, it's really, really clunky and difficult to read and get through quickly. So a couple of word questions, Ed will try and get to them. We are 5 minutes from kickoff, eyes on both games, VV excited.
I've already got a question here that's just come in. How do I reckon De Bruyne will play?
$1 million question, that one.
Yeah.
In terms of position.
If he's in the false 9, which is that what we think? I mean, we've put him there on the graphic. You can see we're going to think he's going to play in the false 9. Then De Bruyne will do what De Bruyne does. He's obviously been out for a bit and hasn't been featuring, so we'll see. I think it usually takes him a few games to get back into the rhythm of things, doesn't it, De Bruyne? He takes a couple of games to get going again, and then suddenly assist or incredible passes and a goal here and there every week. So not every week for De Bruyne, obviously, but yeah. So I think he'll play well. He'll play the false 9, I think.
Ed, do you still love FPL? Says Nuclear Atoms. Nuclear Atoms was on the chat last night with you, wasn't he, Ed?
I think he was. Nuclear Atoms, I see him quite a lot actually on Twitter as well. Yeah.
I think Nuclear Atoms, am I right in thinking you're in Bangladesh? If you were on that chat last night that was around 10, 11 p.m, it must have been like 4, 5 a.m. for you in Bangladesh. You were still up on Twitter. Love that commitment.
That is so good. And that went on to 1 a.m. that chat anyway. That we're talking about Spaces. Chief Hints, FPL Twitter. I can't quite remember his name. You'll know Ash. The 100,000 followers guy. Ash. His name's Ash. He ran a Spaces and Mark was on it and I was on it and Gianni popped on it for a little bit to talk about Fantasy Football Fest, which we'll mention maybe later, but also
we'll mention
to talk
it.
about FPL. We'll mention it. Lots of questions coming in. This is great. Ed, do I still love FPL? Yes, I do still love FPL. It's fantastic. It does get me frustrated sometimes, like it does all of us. But now, new game week, Ronaldo captain. I've got Ronaldo, Lukaku, and Antonio up front. I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's sizzling. Worth keeping hold of Torres. Not for me. I know Gianni's different. He's got Torres, I think, and is going to keep him. Not for me. Man City, I just try and stay away from. I get so frustrated choosing a Man City player and then not playing. The only one I've had all season, I think, is Diaz, who I don't have anymore, but I did have him because he's nailed. But that really, other than that, maybe KDB.
And Cancelo. I think we can say Cancelo
well,
now.
this season, but we said that last. Do you remember last season? There was a little period where everyone said Cancelo is the one who's nailed.
Yeah.
And then he played one of the next 3 or something.
But he had a really bad game. If Cancelo, if he has an absolute shocker, like most City players, Pep will hang him out to dry. You're on the bench for a few games. Diaz can probably have a bad game and still get away with playing in the 11. But until Cancelo has that game, he's safe in the 11s for me. He's the best left back and best right back at the club.
True. He's one of the best players, isn't he? Just footballers. He's one of the best footballers. Chris B says, keep Wolves players for Newcastle or sell for Chelsea assets? Well, being a Newcastle fan, I can say keep them for Newcastle because anyone against Newcastle has got a chance of scoring. If I played against Newcastle, I'd have a chance of scoring. If you played, so keep them. I would. Yes.
You'll notice on screen, the graphics are flicking nicely. I've got this little URL where if I push the button every 20 seconds, it will flip. So if I see it staying on for like 2 minutes and hasn't changed, I will just push that button. Very simple. Love that.
Incredible.
The teams are out at Stamford Bridge. The teams are out. Chelsea are the home team. You may have seen my tweet about, what shirt shall I wear today? Because I got loads of stick the other day for wearing that shirt.
United, yeah.
But I had Captain Ronaldo. Chelsea weren't playing. I had the shirt. It's a Ronaldo shirt. Whatever. But look, Chelsea are playing today. Of course, there is only one shirt for me. Chelsea City, massive, massive game. If Chelsea win today, I think they'll become the bookies' favourites for the title. They're currently 2-1. Man City are currently 15-8. So there's not much in it at all. 3 points for Chelsea today might just reverse those odds. And yeah, I'm very, very excited. Is there anyone out there today with anyone that's not a Antonio, a Salah, or a Ronaldo captain? Has anyone got someone that's not those 3 players? If so, let us know in the chat. I want some hope. I'm hoping someone's going to go, I've got KDB or
some
Lukaku,
real differential.
Or Mane, or I don't know. Yeah, Pookie. Let us know.
That would be so good.
Let us know. Has anyone got any
question? I've got some. That would be big. There's loads of questions coming in. This is great. Skander has said, Ed, can Jota please score today? Sure. I will let that happen. It's going to happen. Jota's going to score. Fantastic. So John has said something to you, Gianni. He said, why haven't you got your rank displayed? Because he thought you'd be bragging this week.
No, to be fair, I've not had gains. Like, my rank's been around the same all season, around 100k. I'm 89, I think, now. So, yeah, I don't need to brag. To be honest, mate, and I know last season I had a nightmare, but I'm actually quite used to these ranks at this point in the season. No, I'm not. What it is I genuinely, guys, I don't look at rank for the first 8 to 10 game weeks. I don't get too excited, I don't get too high, and I don't get too low from them. Last season, when I had an absolute nightmare, I didn't really care for the first 10 weeks. Good God, I cared come game week 30, and I was like, this isn't turning around for me. But for the start, it is what it is. Like, take it with a pinch of salt as far as I'm concerned. Unless you're at 2.5 million rank, I mean, what a horrible position that would be to be in, Ed. But, but somewhere between 100k and 900k, I wouldn't be that bothered. So, but thank you for noticing. But we don't put ranks on this video.
Thank goodness.
We put ranks on my team reveal video with Az. So you'll continue to see ranks every week of the season, come rain or shine. If I'm at 3 million, you'll have that displayed on screen, as I'm sure you would have seen last season. I went for Sar, says Dominico. Loved that. No Salah, no Antonio. Sold Jota for Gray, says Lyndon. Ooh. John went Ronaldo. someone in his mini league as captain Sarr. Sarr versus Newcastle is a nice fixture, to be fair. Yeah, I think later, guys, the Jota owners as well, which has just been mentioned, you guys are due, right? You've been really unlucky. I don't own Jota, but good God, you guys need it. Kev says, leave us 2 million club alone. Kev, you will turn this round, brother. Jota is due a goal, as far as I can see. I'm really worried about going without Jota this week. I don't have him. I didn't have him. I've not sold him. I've not bought him in. Oh, the United Villa 11s look good, don't they, for Ronaldo? When you just see that team, you go, this is built for Ronaldo. Mason Greenwood's very small in print there, but that's fine. Guys, you will see bonus points coming on those colours. So if Ronaldo's on for 3 bonus, he will appear in gold. If he's on for 2 bonus,
that is cool.
He will appear in silver. If he's on 1, he'll appear in bronze. Kick off at the bridge.
Fantastic. I've got eyes on the United game as well, so I'll try and keep us up to date with that. The way we've done that is we've got someone in Timbuktu that I'm watching watch the football, and they're going to feed it into me. That's not really how we're doing it, but we'll work it out.
Love that. If you
predictions, do we do predictions on this?
We should do predictions, shouldn't we? So I will go 1-0 Chelsea, and I will go 3-1 United. Ronaldo brace.
I will go 1-1 Chelsea Man City, and I'll go 2-0 Man United.
Oh, you think United are getting a clean-o?
That's my prediction.
For the first time ever. They've had 1 clean sheet this season against Wolves when they were outplayed. That'll be an interesting one. If they can keep Watkins and Ings, who I think Watkins could score today. Yes, Rubber Ducky, you were with us last night as well. Hello, mate. If you want to sync with me watching the Chelsea City game, let me just give you my timestamp. 1 minute 3, 1 minute 4, 1 minute 5, 1 minute 6. The ball's just gone out for was it a corner or goal kick? Grealish down the left. Reece James, really good battle that's going to be. Reece James versus Grealish. And Grealish goes to put the cross in. It doesn't go out for a corner. Scuffs it. Straight out for a goal kick. Mendy is back for Chelsea today, by the way. That is brilliant news. Whilst Kepa has actually done well, surprisingly. Penalty shootout specialist. It's lovely to have Mendy back in goal. Safe as houses. Guys, if you see any action in the games, you can let us know in the chat. We are hopefully going to be ahead of you for both games, but we may not be. G-Wiz has got rid of Jota. You've got rid of Jota before today's fixture. G-Wiz, do you think Firmino starts? Because I don't think he will. So knowing Jota's starting, you've still sold him, have you? I'd be selling him next week, to be fair.
Someone's asked James or Rudiger if you had to choose one. I think just because of the nailedness, I've gone with Rudiger. I haven't got Reece James. Just don't know when he's going to get left out. Whereas Rudiger does seem pretty nailed. I know he got rested a couple of weeks ago, didn't he? But
he's something like played 95% of Tuchel's games, more than any other defender, or as per your second. Yeah. I'm just looking at the 11s, guys, to try and tell you who's playing where. Jesus is playing on the right. It looks like Bernardo Silva is in the middle, and KDB is up top as the 9. Like I think that's what I'm seeing. Although it's so fluid, it's hard to tell. I need to see a couple of phases of play. Firmino, G-Wiz thinks Firmino's going to start. Is that a fact, G-Wiz? Or is it a punt? Are you guessing? Liverpool kick off at 5:30, right? So Chelsea playing 3-5-2. Yeah, of course. Like Chelsea, that was nailed from the 11. I can move Alonso back and Reece James back on that 11 if you guys think it's offensive. I mean, quite literally, it's offensive, isn't it?
Yeah, very good.
In attack, it is that formation. In defence, of course, it might not be. But every formation is different in attack or defence, so you've got to go with one of them.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Oh, good corner there. So it's Foden on corners on the right-hand side. Misses everyone. Lukaku actually jumps highest to almost clear it. Jorginho getting barely any space on the ball. As soon as Jorginho is on the ball, swamped. Pep knows everything.
You love Jorginho, don't you?
Best player in Europe, according to UEFA.
Yeah, but UEFA are a corrupt, horrible organisation that, I wouldn't trust their judgment, is all I'll say. Although Jorginho is clearly very good, so yeah.
Best Jota replacement for next week, says Eric. I would go. I think Sarr is a really good option. Like I would probably save the money and go Sarr. I really want Sarr in my team.
I've got him particularly. I've got him in this week. Well, I actually got him in. I actually had him since the start of the season, but he's got Newcastle this week, and Newcastle again. I'm a Newcastle fan. We are poor at the back. That's putting it lightly.
Yeah, Sar's getting points today, isn't he?
Sar could tear us apart.
Guys, I think I've nailed that City 11. By the way, is KDB playing in the false 9? I'm really chuffed with that. And it looks like Foden is almost really like support striker. So Foden is in that midfield 3, but he's really close and central. It is Jesus right, Grealish left. So your Premier League, your BBC, your SofaScore, everyone in the chat was saying, these are saying it's Bilver up front as the 9. Well, I can tell you it's not.
Good work, Gianni. Doing us proud.
Yeah, oh, okay. Eric did pick up Sarr this week. He might go Gallagher. Gallagher's a great shout as well. So cheap, and he's on set pieces. You know, Gallagher was in the same Chelsea academy as Mason Mount, and the two of them were like level pegging. And it was kind of seen as these guys are going to be like the future number 10s or 8s for Chelsea. And Mount's career has just done that, and Gallagher's sort of, you know, he went to West Brom. Mount went to Derby the season before. But yeah, Mount's had a really nice sort of trajectory, and perhaps Gallagher hasn't, but he's got the talent. And he's still so young. KDB and Foden are switching, aren't they, Rubber Ducky? It does look that way, but it's almost like a front two. Ed, how's your eyes on United going? Ronaldo been involved yet?
Yeah, it's going. Well, no, yeah. I mean, I'm a little bit behind live, unfortunately, because it's not on TV, as you know, this game. So it's I've got multiple sources to get the information. But at the moment, it's still 0-0. Nothing much has happened yet.
Yeah. My eyes will be on BBC Live Text for the United game. I'm obviously watching Chelsea versus Man City on BT. James is right wing back, Slaughter. Yeah, absolutely. And Christensen got the nod, guys. 5.0 Christensen. We know there'll be some rotation with Thiago Silva, but that is the cheapest way into Chelsea's defence. If you're looking for someone that will probably start 6 or 7 out of every 10, not bad if you've only got 5 million to spend. Delia, hey Delia, who we know very well from Fest. I'm curious if Foden will score and if he's fully recovered. Yeah, I mean, Foden looked really sharp in the week, didn't he, Delia, in the EFL Cup? I think he got a goal and an assist for Torres. He could become a great FPL asset. With any of these Man City midfielders, we just worry about minutes, don't we? I've got Torres, though, and it's for the upside when he does start. And I didn't expect Torres to start today. I don't expect him to start next week. But from game week 8, I want City attack. I'll be surprised James started a little bit, but he played so well in the week, didn't he, Ed? Did you see his assist in the week for the Timo Werner header? It was like a most pinpoint cross.
His crosses are phenomenal. I'm surprised he doesn't. Well, I suppose it's just Aspilicueta, isn't he? That he doesn't play more. I mean, who Aspilicueta's been playing right wing back instead, hasn't he?
He did against Spurs. I think that's the first time he's played there this season, or maybe second. But then Hudson-Odoi's got a few minutes, but Hudson-Odoi's not going to play right wing back against any good opposition. Maybe in EFL Cup and alike. But Aspi is nailed, we know that. But Aspi is usually going to play right centre back, which does leave the Reece James slot. I think Reece James starts 8 in 10, maybe 7 in 10 Premier League. Christensen 6 or 7, Alonso 7 or 8. Rudiger and Aspi start 9 in 10, right? So that's the difference. But you don't get the upside with Rudiger and Aspi. I know Rudiger scored last week. You're not going to get that every week. You will get the upside with your Jameses, your Alonsos. Man City, by the way, it's been all Man City. I know many of you will be watching the game. You'll have it muted. You'll be listening to us. Alonso isn't nailed. No, you're right, Ricardo. But it depends what you call nailed or what you call rotation risk. Don't know what's going on with the graphics there. NA's on screen. I'll see if that continues.
Graphics look amazing, don't they?
They do when it's not NA on screen. But, I mean, even then, they look all right. He's not nailed, like, I don't know. The big rotation risk question for me is, someone's a rotation risk if they don't play 5 in 10 or 6 in 10. If that's playing 7 in 10 or 8 in 10, I'm fine. If you want to call him a rotation risk, go for it. But I'm down with that. And look, no one is absolutely nailed. Anyone can get injured or suspended at any time. It's been all City. Werner's gone down, Ed. What do you think to the Werner-Lukaku front two, Ed? We saw it for like half an hour last time out. I think that could work wonders.
Yeah, I think, well, something needs to happen, doesn't it, for poor Timo Werner, who came here as like this prolific striker and just can't hit a barn door. But he's so electric, and it's sort of going harking back to the 90s Premier League with big man, little man up front. Strong Lukaku who can do everything and is quick and everything anyway, but also Werner just running all around him and sort of creating space and etc. etc. So yeah, no, I like it, and I think it could be the way that Chelsea can get some value out of that signing. Because how much did they buy him for? It was a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was around 48 or 45 or something. Is it what it didn't? I mean, yes, it broke the bank.
Find out.
Oh, Boona's with us. Boona. Now, are you watching Boona because you always watch Scout Clash Matchday? Not that you have to at all. Or are you watching because Ed's on? You're watching because Ed's on. I love that. We hope to be injecting a few of these goals. We're going to get...
Boona, my man.
We're going to get some Lukaku injections today. Hopefully. Maybe some Ronaldo ones. Boona, who have you captained? And how many hits did you take this week? Let us know. How many hits did you take this week, Ed?
Just one, which is good for me.
Go on, what were your transfers?
Very, very restrained. Let's just check. My transfers were... I did the following. Once it loads, I can't remember off the top of my head. I make so many transfers that I've got to actually check. Oh, it still says on mine the game's updating, but that can't be right.
Well, sometimes it takes a while.
So I brought in
just taking a photo of the screen. Sarr, against your boys.
I brought in Sarr against my boys, and I brought in also. Who was it? Oh, Antonio. I brought in Antonio.
Okay, for Bamford.
Sarr and Antonio is who I brought in. Yeah.
Looks like someone's down here. Don't know what's going on. Looks like it might be Reece James. No, it's okay. No, I think the play's going to continue. You know when someone goes down and the director goes to the widest shot ever, you're like, okay, is that quite serious? Because the director's gone to the widest shot, so you can't see anything. What they should have done with Eriksen in the summer, they didn't. I was a bit worried, but no, it's all fine. Reece James, who was down, is playing on. All good. It's been all City. Absolutely all City. Ridiculous long shot from Ronaldo, according to Gwyn. He's been shooting on sight. He's averaging 6 shots a game. I think that's nice for FPL. And he broke all the records in Serie A last season for shots, shooting all over the place.
What a man. He's so good. Just getting the shot off. He's so good at it. He had something like, what was it? He had an unbelievable record-breaking amount of shots blocked last season in Serie A as well, because defenders just flying, in front of it to try and stop him scoring. But when you shoot that much, you're going to score quite a few goals and you're going to be a good FPL asset. So there you go. Yeah,
we absolutely love greed in FPL. Like who are the greediest players in the game? I was going to say Salah's got to be top of the list, but Ronaldo will be up there now, if not higher. I feel like Jota's quite greedy. Jota gets a lot of shots and takes a lot of shots. Mane's become really greedy in the last couple of game weeks we've seen. Who else? Who else is really greedy? Don't know.
Just that whole Liverpool front line. Saint-Maximin. No. He's not greedy. I mean, he has to sometimes be greedy because everyone else on Newcastle's team is awful.
Yeah, greedy doesn't mean a bad thing.
Well, yeah, true.
Sometimes we like greed.
Yeah, true. I mean, all the top goal scorers have got a greedy streak, haven't they? Shearer back in the day, if he had a chance to shoot, he'd shoot. And usually he scored, which is why he's the all-time Premier League top goal scorer. Salah definitely is really greedy. Although I think they seem to have started passing to each other again. Last season, it was awful. Some games you watched and it was seriously bad. You're like, you are missing points here. You're losing points because you're not just passing to each other, and they clearly fell out. But it seems like they've started to pass to each other again.
Gabriel Jesus gets into the box. Or he plays it back to Bilver and it's safe. It looked like they were going to have some sort of break on. Ed, just FYI, feel free to interrupt me at any time if you see a chance for United, and I will do the same. The way this show goes is like interruption central. If the games are good. By the way, we've had some great suggestions on greedy players, and you guys are calling it. Gee-whiz, Son, absolutely. Shoots on sight. Daniel says Armstrong. I'm guessing you're thinking Stuart Armstrong. I mean, Adam Armstrong might be greedy too. Scott, good point, Scott. Vardy.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not sure
Got
about
quite
that.
a few assists last season, didn't he? Like, as in
Does
times where he could have shot and he played it across the goal or something, and someone tapped it in. He's not always.
does he shoot when a pass is the better option? I'd say no. Yeah, you could say Son often shoots when the pass is the better option.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Boona said, only for Ed. He rolled his transfer. And he didn't buy Antonio and captain. Boona,
Yeah, I
that's
saw
far
Boona
too
tweet
sensible.
about this. I saw him tweet about this, and he said, that he'd sat on his hands all week and had managed to not make a transfer. So, well done, Boona.
Yeah, but wasn't that like an hour till the deadline? Like I expected that the final hour just to go carnage.
Maybe changed, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Alonso, by the way. Oh, he puts in Werner. Go on, Timo. Oh, Diaz is going to get there. Werner's in the box. Oh, he crosses it. Lukaku. Oh, goes through his legs. Couldn't. It was a hard cross. Timo Werner did so well. He stood up Diaz. He brings the ball down, sort of bouncing. Really wicked left foot cross. Lukaku is being marked by Laporte, and both of them sort of go for it and miss it. Lukaku has a big swinger at it. If he connects, it's a goal. He's 5 yards out. But the clear game plan here, it was Alonso on the break, ball in behind. Because when you've got Timo Werner playing against Man City defence, who have a very high line, there is space. And Timo Werner is in the 11 today for that reason. We saw what he did in the Champions League final. We've seen him do it in the past against City. Ball in behind will work. So really nice play there. And it was Lukaku and Werner versus Diaz and Laporte. It was 2-on-2, which is really nice. Walker obviously gets in behind and gets back with his amazing recovery pace. But yeah, Alonso playing as a wide left forward gets that ball in behind nicely. Oh, really good pace of play.
On the little clips that I'm getting, I'm about 3 or 4 minutes behind. 3 minutes behind, I think. So it's not great for like live updates, but I will shout if on SofaScore or something like that, it comes up with a goal, or on Twitter, and then I'll be able to watch it and tell you what happens. But at the moment, it's quite end to end actually, this game, from what I'm watching.
Yeah.
United have had a couple of times, like Bruno spraying the ball around, getting it into the box. Quite a few hard challenges going in midfield. But yeah, it could be quite a few goals in this. Or, well, I think there'll be goals in this.
Villa looked quite good in the week against Chelsea. I know it was a sort of second string 11 for Chelsea, and a few big names for Villa are out. Zaha nailed as the most greedy player. Yeah, you're right, Teeth Benitez. But Zaha, a bit like St. Maximum, has to be. He just has to be because he's on another level. Villa should have scored, apparently, says John. We'll have eyes on that very soon.
I will watch.
Shaw was dozing, not surprised there. Adorn says Balotelli. I don't think Balotelli was greedy. But you know, I'm obviously biased. Eric says
he only ever got one assist in the Premier League. Do you know which one it was?
When they won it. Aguero!
Yeah, that was Balotelli's only ever assist in the Premier League.
Oh, Werner getting space again. Cuts inside, shoots. Oh, that's heading goal bound, and it comes off Kyle Walker, who hits the block. Werner, definitely XL, X Lively. It's all Werner.
Is Chelsea dominating?
Not at all, but the last 3-4 minutes, they've had 2 good attempts. So yeah, they're getting there. But it had been all City until then.
Right.
Werner is so good, and I know he gets so much stick, and he can't finish, and he can't hit a barn door, but all the other stuff, bringing others into play, the runs off the ball, he's got a really good assist record from last season. Alonso corner comes in, cleared by, looks like Laporte or Rodri, I think it was. You know, for City, because if there's a header one, a defensive header, it's going to be Rodri or one of the 2 centre-backs. Literally, it's just 3 of them that are sort of 6 foot plus that win aerials. Rudiger was up for it with Grealish, had a little tussle. Rudiger's naughty. Rodri's in the air to head the ball, and Rudiger sort of just does.
Rudiger's a bit of a dirty player.
That's what Harry Kane does. Stays on the side of the law, but niggly. And you're right, he's quite dirty, but he's often on the right side of the law.
Good player, very good player.
Amazing player. He's been linked with Bayern Munich this morning. Again, he's out of contract in the summer. PSG as well. Wages, according to Gossip Column, of 400k on offer. I think Chelsea are offering him I think he's currently on 100. So it'll be Juventus, I think it was, not PSG. It'll be a free transfer to someone. So you can put him on 300 grand or 400 grand if he's a free transfer, and you work out over the course of the contract, it might only cost you 20 million, whatever.
Yeah.
So he's an asset.
For players are making more money, isn't it? They just wind down the contracts now and just sign mega deals to move elsewhere.
It is becoming more fashionable now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Giving the players the control to name their price. And no, that's why Messi to PSG happened. He signing 1-year deals each time.
I think he was for a bit. Yeah. So, I mean, Sebastian makes a good point in the chat. He says if Zaha and St. Max weren't greedy, their teams would get relegated, which I think was your point, wasn't it? I think it's true. St. Max, man, is unbelievable, by the way. I'm a Newcastle fan. You watch him. He's going to end up at a big club. So good with the ball at his feet. Best dribbler in the league, probably.
Ooh, shout. Best driven lead, I'm not so sure. El Fozzy, nice work on the graphics. I've got 2 players from NA this week, so I'm confident. Ha ha ha. El Fozzy, we are on it. We've got Captain who is responding to me on Twitter. We're chatting. He's having a look at it. We have got the graphics, I think, on rotation.
I'd like just to say to El Fozzy, this has nothing to do with the fact that I'm on this week. Just to clarify. How's Ronaldo looking? He's had the ball a few times and shot a few times and run really fast into the box, but not got the ball a few times. So classic Ronaldo. He hasn't done anything yet, but then he'll probably, get a hat-trick this game or something. 3 tap-ins or something like that. So nothing yet, but it is end-to-end. There's a lot of, Villa are actually attacking quite a lot as well. They've had a few kind of moments of breaking through and chances. Yeah. I think this shows how far behind I am. Oh, it is an open goal missed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Shaw sleeping. Cross comes in. It's Target, I think, at the back post. Matty Cash puts the cross in, I think, right across the goal. Target at the back post, and he blazes it over, which it was pretty much an open goal.
Wow, let off there for United. Huge let off. Where does this lead? If Villa if let's say the game finishes 0-0 today, there'll be some boos at Old Trafford.
Do you think?
I think there will.
Yeah.
If they lose, there will be. Yeah, it's a real interesting one, that. I think Ollie is under pressure for the first time in his United career this season. The Ronaldo signing, all that does, yes, it improves the team, but it also puts Ollie under way more pressure. And they're out of the EFL Cup for United. That would have been perfect. Win the EFL Cup, pressure's off, finish 4th in the Prem, but you've won a trophy. That's the cup to win. That's the cup when Chelsea and City rest some of the big players. And then they're out. So, the pressure really is on the FA Cup now for them.
Yeah. The other thing to say is that they'll have, more time to rest. They won't be, have the EFL Cup. That's the positive way to look at it. But you're right. That would have been perfect. That's what Mourinho famously always used to target, wasn't it? When he joined a club, he'd go, let's start by winning the League Cup, take it seriously, get trophy, and then go from there. And that's it was his first trophy at Chelsea, wasn't it? The League Cup. Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he was.
So yeah, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer clearly doesn't like winning trophies because he keeps messing it up a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, and when there's managers out there like Conte who are free agents and just waiting for the next big job, Conte at United with that squad, for me, he wins the league.
It's a good squad.
If he doesn't win the league, he comes very, very close. By the way, back to the City-Chelsea game. Chelsea defending really well, as we know. Like, if you're looking at chances, Chelsea have had 2 half chances, probably the better of it. Guys, you'll see the formation of Chelsea. I did just flick Reece James back to level up with Jorginho, and it didn't quite pull through properly. So we're going with that. And to be fair, it's pretty accurate. Like, on the attack, that is the formation. Alonso is so high, and it is Tuchel teams that when they're playing the normal formation of the 3-4-3, and it's a 3-5-2 today, it's a front 5 and a back 5. And today it's like a front 4 and a back 6, which will work really well. Werner gives them such a good outball. I've got it now. Kante, he's with the ball on the halfway line as Chelsea break. Lukaku on one centre-back, Laporte. Werner on Diaz. And it is 2-on-2. Kante doesn't find the pass, but it's 2-on-2. How often do you see that in the Premier League? City leave themselves isolated at the back. They'll push their full-backs up. The highest line. The high line always. If Chelsea can get that ball right in behind, Werner, Lukaku on a one-on-one, surely 1-0 Chelsea, but that's all they've got at the moment, Chelsea. That's the only way their chances are coming from. City, complete tick-attacker, as we expect. Foden is number 9 at the moment. That's rotating a lot with KDB. Is always one of those two. Grealish and Jesus are fairly disciplined. And then in the middle, Bernardo and Rodri are fairly disciplined as well. So, interesting to see Foden in that 9 role too.
What I'm enjoying doing this is I'm watching, obviously, got the YouTube stream up and people asking questions, which is great. And what's funny is if you've got the sound off, I've got subtitles on my YouTube screen, and it obviously happens automatically, but it makes you sound like you've got something wrong with you. You can't speak properly. One of 2, Greenish and Jay-Z's disciplined like in the middle, Bernardo and Roger are fairly disciplined as well. This is the subtitles. So I wouldn't go off the subtitles if that's what unless you have
the
to.
The good thing is, if anyone at home is watching on mute, they've got the TV on mute, right? They got the TV on mute for the game, and they're actually listening to us, but perhaps not watching us. So it works quite well. It's not great for us, but for everyone else, it probably works quite nicely. Jacob Ramsey for Aston Villa. You'll see him in the midfield three there with Douglas Luiz and John McGinn. Young kid. He's getting a lot of game time. He's 4.5 million and he can get forward. He's got quite a good record, I think, from the Villa Academy in terms of goal scoring. He's going to be the next big name from the Villa Academy to sort of establish himself in the 11. The formation they're playing with the back five Villa doesn't allow for Buendia, really. Buendia's a number 10. He wants to be in like a 4-2-3-1. The back five for Ramsey, if you're on a wild card soon, you might be the best 4.5 in the game. Keep your eyes on that.
Big chance at Old Trafford. Big chance.
Is it Ronnie?
Villa should have scored again.
What?
Maguire, awful back pass to De Gea.
Shot.
De Gea has to stretch for it, kicks it straight to Watkins. Watkins has a one-on-one. De Gea saves it, bounces around, and De Gea gathers it. But should be 2-0 to Villa from what I've seen of this match. I haven't seen every little bit, but it should be 2-0.
Wow. Is this going to be like United 2 or 3 years ago, Ed, where they play really poorly, but De Gea makes worldie after worldie, and actually they win the game 1-0?
Yeah, probably. And actually, not just a few years ago. That's like last season. United were a second half team, weren't they? They would go in a lot of the time, drawing 0-0 or losing 1-0 at the break, and then they come out and smash it second half. So, yeah, I don't know what it is about it. It's like the other day when they won the last minute and then got the break with Noble missing the pen. It's just United. It's what they've always done.
Guys, stay tuned for the halftime chat, because during halftime, and what are we, still 15 minutes away, El Fozzie's asked a question, but we're going to be answering this during halftime because I think everyone wants to know. And we know at halftime we get a sort of little peek in audience. What are our thoughts on Ronaldo versus Lukaku in game week 7? I can't wait to give my answer on that, but we'll be coming to that. And I think probably a lot depends on today, actually. Reece James, by the way, who went down 10 minutes ago, and I said, they've gone for that really wide shot. He's down again, holding his foot, Reece James. Thiago Silva is off the bench, getting warmed up. He's not got his kit off, Thiago Silva. It's a bit like a go for a run just in case he's not going to be okay. But I know many of you out there are Reece James owners. So it doesn't look great for him. He's got 2 physios around him. He's not a happy bunny. There's also Trevor Chalobah, remember, who can play right centre-back. And then Aspi could go to right wing-back. But it'll either be Thiago Silva coming on and Christensen plays right centre-back. Thiago Silva goes to the middle of the back three. Or we'll see Chalobah come on and Aspi go to wing-back.
It's still 0-0 here, but Man United should have scored just now. Bruno Fernandes cutting it back to the edge of the box. Pogba has a go. Deflection just goes past the left post, trickles past. Corner to United. Corner? It is end-to-end stuff. This is a good game.
Oh, there's quite a few that have gone Reece James by the looks of the chat. Looks like he is coming off as well. Disaster transfer, says El Fozzie. Seriously, is it James? Yeah, does look like it. From my pictures, I'm on 27, 30, 31, 32.
That's why I said go Rudiger, not Reece James, guys. I should be on this every week. I mean, come on.
Manan says about Thiago Silva warming up, and I said it was Chalobah and Silva warming up. It is Thiago Silva coming on. I can confirm he's on the touchline, ready to go. Reece James is sort of walking off, possibly an ankle. A few Chelsea fans at standing ovation already after 27 minutes, but he's such a popular figure, being a kid through the academy. The fact he's walking off unaided is a good sign. But there's a lot of Chelsea players going over to shake his hand, like they've known for the last few days in training he's got a dodgy ankle or whatever it is. So yeah, I'd be worried about Reece James for next week too. By the way, it looks like Luke Shaw has gone in the book. He's already been in the book this season. He's not got us any clean sheets other than one, and already -1.
He's been struggling all game, it looks like, actually. It's funny, isn't it? He has a great summer, and then suddenly we all get him in our teams, and he's the highest owned player.
Yeah.
And he just hasn't done much. I mean, he hasn't
corners.
been awful. It's just, yeah, he's on court. Yeah, but has he got an assist this season? I don't think so. Or has he got one? One. Yeah. But even just defensively, he hasn't looked great. He hasn't been the Luke Shaw of the end of last season. that was good going forward and going back.
Ooh, Gwyn makes a great point in the chat. Thiago Silva coming on at 28 minutes, right? So he will get, if he doesn't get injured, he'll get the 60. So if you have got Thiago Silva in your team, you will get the 60. You'll get the points. You'll get the 2 points for appearance and maybe the clean sheet.
There we go. Yeah.
You're right about Shaw, Ed. I'm with you on that. He had such a good year last year. We all put him in our teams because of how he finished in FPL, but also the Euros. But yeah, Luke Shaw isn't worth much to us if he's not getting clean sheets. Obviously, the attacking threat's brilliant, but if he's not getting the cleanos either, I think many of us will be selling Luke Shaw to Chelsea defence or Cancelo in the next couple of weeks. I'm certainly planning on doing so. Rubber Ducky says he's going to get an assist now today. You're right. Kev put a stat in the chat a minute ago. Man United 11 shots so far. 11 shots for United, Ed, but only one of those was on target.
It's been it's I'm telling you, it's end-to-end stuff. Like they seem to be peeling through the midfield, both teams, and then just getting a chance. And Villa have definitely, as I said, I haven't seen every second because this game isn't on TV, but I'm seeing clips. Villa have definitely had 2 chances they should have scored. United have had a couple of half chances, as you can see there, from 11 shots on target, but only 1 on target. 11 shots at goal, 1 on target. So it is a good game. It's a really good game, actually. I'm surprised there's not been a goal yet. I think there's one coming. I can sense it in my soul.
Yeah. I could do with a Ronaldo goal. I really could. If Ronaldo doesn't score today and blanks, watching that Salah performance, knowing his effective ownership's 130%, and I think maybe Ronaldo's is more like 160, 170. Let's check actually. We can have a look on live FPL, or in fact, maybe you can let us know in the chat. Check out live FPL for your effective ownership numbers. And Reece James, De Bruyne goes for a shot. It's blocked, edge of the area, left foot, well blocked by Chelsea. They surround De Bruyne when he's got the ball, a bit like City are doing with Jorginho, and I think it was Rudiger that got the blocked. Some little extra BPS there for Rudiger, maybe. Just watching the replay now. They find De Bruyne on the edge of the area. And yeah, it's actually Christensen, Thiago Silva, and Rudiger all around him. And I think it was Christensen that got the block. But yeah, if Ronaldo blanks head, it's going to be hard watching Salah later.
It is. It's going to be very hard. It's going to be very hard to watch Salah later. And I think it's going to be terrifying watching Antonio as well. Someone's at the door. I'm going to be 1 minute.
Go. I can hear Ed's little dog Winnie barking in the background. Can anyone get a poll up for Ed being a regular from now on? Nuclear, he's not here. He might miss it in the chat. Do you want Ed as a regular? Nah. I think Ed can be the ringer, sort of first sub, and I'd say this to him, right? But maybe not every week. I miss the insights of Seb. Look, if you want more of Ed, he's on other channels. Me and Ed do a podcast together for the Fantasy Football Social, so check that out if you like the sort of more bantery approach and perhaps more FPL casual vibes. But as Ed said at the top of the show, I phoned around a few before Ed got the call up. I'm being mean now, aren't I? Look, it's lovely chatting for 2 hours. This show is all about off the cuff, reacting to what we see, having fun, keeping you guys entertained for, hopefully you'll stay for the 90 minutes or even beyond. So Ed is, of course, a brilliant guest. And all the best to Seb as well, who, congratulations, Seb. I don't know if you're watching, who, of course, is the regular for this show, and many of you will be missing him, I'm sure. Seb and his partner Kay have welcomed a little bubba to the family. So Seb's on dad duty for a while, but we'll be back, I'm sure, in the not too distant. As I'm seeing now, again, Chelsea looking for that long ball. Oh, Alonso, he goes for the long ball, and it's the midfield runner he aims at, and it's Kante in the air. Don't back Kante in the air. Oh, shot comes in, right foot. It's Rodri from distance, and Rudiger chucks his body in front of the ball. Manan, you say Dallo warming up. Who for? Yeah, that's going wide anyway. Rudiger gets in front of it, and it's Foden to take the corner. Yeah, just to confirm that Man United looks like Shaw injured. Manan, interesting. Corner from Foden, header from Diaz, blocked but goal bound. Foden in the box, pulls it back. Cleared again for a Man City corner. They're clocking up the corners. Let's see the replay here. Yeah, Jorginho blocks it on the line. Just before the line. Chelsea don't clear their lines. Foden gets it, and then it's, I think, Jorginho with another block. I might have played a masterstroke. I benched Shaw and played Soufal and Livramento. Bold move, Tukin, but it may have worked. It does look like Luke Shaw is coming off, guys. I did watch the episode with Holly and your wife, Gianni. Great, good stuff. Yeah, Shaw has been subbed. Bit gutted about that. Although, the beauty of Luke Shaw getting subbed is everyone else has him, right? Gee Whiz doesn't. He got rid of him in his wild card. Fair play. So yeah, 1 point for Luke Shaw. No, sorry, he got a yellow card, didn't he? 0 point. That's disappointing. He has disappointed all season, isn't he? 5.5 million. I can think of better ways to spend it on current form. Cancelo. What is he, 6? Chelsea defence. 5.5-ish. Yeah. Jesus wide right. Feeds it to the number 9. It does look like it does look like it's Foden more as the 9 now than KDB. When the start of the game, it was definitely KDB playing 9 more. They were rotating. I'm actually going to swap it. I'm going to put Foden there. I'm going to put KDB in the Foden role. Okay, De Bruyne. This should pull through onto the graphics. That's what we do here on Scout. Up to date. How cool these graphics. Absolutely love them. No goals yet. We're 35 minutes into both games. No goals. 0 points for sure, yeah. It is tragic. But look, all of you were sure that are disappointed, myself included. We all have him, right? Doesn't really make a difference. And I know it's 50% of the game that don't have him, sure. But a lot of those aren't your competition. Gee whizzes, I'm sure. But there are a lot without Shaw that perhaps are part-timers, shall we say. James did outscore Shaw. Good point. Guys in the chat, let us know if you've got any questions. At half-time, we're going to be speaking about Game Week 7, Ronaldo-Lukaku debate. But also want to get some of your questions. Mark benched James, but he did have Shaw. Yeah, okay. These two teams, Chelsea and Man City, are absolutely you see I've moved Foden to number 9. They're cancelling each other out. A bit like the Champions League final, tight game. We predicted, didn't we? A 0-0 or a 1-0, but we did predict goals in the United game, and we've got eyes on that game. And we'll be letting you know as soon as there's action in either. But yeah, at the moment, very, very few big chances. Should we have a look at some of the numbers so far? So I'm guessing most of you are watching one game only. You're probably watching the United game for those overseas, and those in the UK probably watching Chelsea. So far, Man City 70% of possession. Man City 4 shots to Chelsea's 1. Shots on target in the game, 0. In the game, neither team with a shot on target. But let's look at the Man United Aston Villa stats, shall we? By the way, guys, if stats are your thing, you have to check out the Fantasy Football Scout members area. Like, I love looking at some of the shot maps, the heat maps, the expected data. It's all on there. It's a very small amount for an annual membership. Most of you I know are members. 20% discount at the moment. Most of you are members. But if you're not, give it a look. Ball comes in from City. Cleared. Man United have 57% possession. Aston Villa with 43. 11 shots to Villa's 2, but only 1 shot on target each. 2 corners for United to Villa's none. 11 shots, Ed, for United. Villa 2 shots. Luke Shaw's gone off as well, Ed.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I went, by the way, slight crisis here, but we'll plough on.
Go on, elaborate.
Well, no, I cannot. I won't. It's fine. It's all good. I might have to dash out for another minute, but it's okay. You're a professional. Yeah, Luke Shaw. I mean, he's gone off again. He's going to be out of our teams, isn't he? He's going to be out of our teams before we know it.
Well, we want to buy Chelsea defenders next week, don't we? So that makes it really easy for us.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it makes it easy because it's because of the fixture change in Game Week 7. It makes it so easy to just go, right, Chelsea's what we're going to do.
I genuinely didn't want Luke Shaw from Game Weeks 8 onwards. Anyway, I'd rather Cancelo or, Chelsea defence. So, lock for 7 days after flag is removed, I believe. Yeah, you're right there, G-Wiz. I don't actually think the 7 days lock is a thing. I think it's the game week. because, was it Ronaldo? Yeah, it was Ronaldo when he joined. Loads said, it's 7 day he'll be locked for. And his price didn't change until the deadline because it was the international break. It's 7 days actually became, 11 days or 13, whatever it was. So it might actually be the game week lock duration. But yeah, I know what you mean. How's that not a Bruno yellow? Studs up tackle to the knee.
That's Bruno, isn't it? He's got that Portuguese sort of
He's got a bit of feist.
Yeah, a bit of fire in his belly. Yeah.
Oh, come on, Chelsea. Oh, there's a bit of a kick out there from Jorginho. I think that might be a booking on De Bruyne. Foden is playing as the number 9 mostly. De Bruyne was on the break here, right on the touchline. No, he takes it's a proper, I'll take the foul. And if I get a yellow, it's not the end of the world, but I don't want City breaking here. And that's what Jorginho does, baby.
I'm really surprised we haven't had a goal yet.
In either game, Ronaldo is different because of the international break. Yes, you're quite right.
In either game, no goal. It's unbelievable.
Ed, I was back.
It is, as I said, it's been end to end, the United one. I've said this a number of times. You see the shots on targets. It's a good game. It's just haven't had that opening. Well, we've had a couple of openings, just none of them been converted yet.
I mean, when you look at the numbers for shots on target or shots, it's way up there, isn't it? When you look at the stats for Chelsea City, you'd predict quite a boring half of football, and we've had quite a boring half of football. When you look at it for United, you go, okay, there's been action.
Yeah.
Oh, cross comes in from Foden. Jesus, 7 yards out, half volley. Oh, he's got to do better. It's a great touch. Ed will be back, I'm sure. Ball comes in from Foden. And he finds good space. Rudiger's caught napping. Jesus' chest, bounce, volley with the left foot. Pretty much on the penalty spot. And he shanks it. High and wide. Really good play from Jesus to control and set that chance up. But he's got to hit the target. Seb would hate me for saying the whole he has to score, and we all say it too much as football fans. I'm with Seb on that. Saying he has to score is a bit naive. Like, the XG on that's probably, 0.2. Like, you don't have to score from a 0.2, of course not. However, you have to work the keeper. Or come close. And he didn't do either. But yeah, some in the chat. Foden looks good on the right. He does look first choice on the right, doesn't he, Manan? Jesus on the right, sorry. Thoughts on Grealish as an FPL asset? Well, absolutely nailed. Yeah. Alan Zeno. Is he nailed? Yeah. Started every game. What more nailed can you want? Starts every game. Is he getting the points though? Not really. Will he start to get the points? Possibly. I don't know. I still prefer Torres to Grealish. I'd save the million and have Torres. I know Torres isn't starting today. And I don't think he'll start against Liverpool. But I do think against weaker opposition, we will see Torres as the 9. It's what we've seen earlier in the season. And he has got some goals. Laporte all over Lukaku for the free kick to Lukaku and Chelsea. It is Lukaku versus Laporte. Lukaku is on the right, as the graphics show. Werner is on the left of the front two. It's Werner versus Diaz. I'm guessing Laporte is slightly faster than Diaz. I'm not sure. But you'd fancy Werner. And Lukaku. If Chelsea can get the balls over the top or through, cross is going to come in. Surely has to come from Azpilicueta, who, by the way, is playing right wing back. The graphics can't change for subs. So you'll see Reece James is still on the 11, but obviously he came off. United 0, Aston Villa 0 still. Come on. Come on, Ronaldo. We need something, don't we? I'm guessing 50% of the chat has got Ronaldo captain, have you? Yeah, is Christensen now nailed? Ish. Like, let's go out of 10. If Reece James is out for a while, let's say Reece James is out for 10 games. He's not going to be out for 10 games. But you'd go... No, so he's out for 5 games. Still, I don't think he will be. You'd go, Christensen's going to start 4 of them. So yeah, 5.0. I like it. Lukaku tries to find Werner. The two of them are getting the time and the space. They're getting some ball. There's no chemistry there yet. No chemistry at all. But they haven't played together much. They've only been training together for 2 months. Alonso, good tackle there on Jesus. Chelsea back possession. Yeah, Scope says Ronaldo's done absolutely nothing. Not yet. Not yet. But Ronaldo doesn't need to be involved in games until those opportunities come. Jesus with the ball across, stamped out by Rudiger. Another Man City corner. Villa defence is always good, so this isn't totally surprising. Not always. It wasn't on the opening day to Watford. Alonso in next week. Do we hold James? Yeah, we just wait for press conferences, don't we? We'll know a lot more about press conferences for injuries, remember, guys. Also, isn't there Champions League next week? Let's have a look. Is Champions League next week or the week after? I'm just going to wait until this ball comes in. Corner, Foden. Cleared by Christensen. I mean, Chelsea are always going to win that aerial battle, aren't they? They are definitely going to win the aerial battle. Let's look at Chelsea fixtures. Chelsea got Juventus in the Champions League coming up. Yeah, it is this week. Wednesday the 29th. So the great thing about midweek Champions League fixtures, you get more press conferences, right? So Tuchel will be asked post-match about James, even if he doesn't answer. He'll be asked pre-match Champions League, post-match Champions League, and we will get some good intel on Reece James' fitness. So don't make your transfers till Friday, guys. Ahead of game week 7, where Chelsea have Southampton at home. City play PSG. Yeah, that's going to be great. It's easy for anyone to fill in, Seb. All you have to do is praise Leeds and talk about XG. Come on, Nuclear. He's as good as you'll find. Do you know what? I've never met anyone that has better insight and knows more about our beautiful game than that man Seb. Absolutely worship the ground he walks on. I was going to say not the world's best fantasy player, but he finished 350 odd. So he's bloody brilliant at fantasy as well. Plays all the fantasy games. Beat me last season. Season before that, 356 overall rank, Seb. Like, he's an absolute worldie. So, yeah, but he does love his XG, doesn't he? He does. And he always puts me to shame when I say flippant remarks that he's got a score from there. Seb will at me. Yeah, El Fozzy, I'm getting a bit worried as well. He had a knock on the door, did Ed. So he will be back. Do you know what? I do stream after stream with Ed all the time, like for our own channel, the Fantasy Football Fest stuff, Fantasy Football Social on YouTube. And he never disappears, ever. Yet today, he's been up and down, hasn't he? So I'm guessing he's got some sort of, I'm sorry, mate, give me 5 minutes, he's WhatsApped. No worries. I'm guessing there's I'm sure it's nothing serious because he came back on. But maybe I'll just, should we send him a voice note? Ed, if it's something serious, then obviously don't rush back. I'm guessing everything's okay. Let me know. We're all worried about you in the chat as well. I think you might have been kidnapped or perhaps arrested. So yeah, do reply. Right, let's see what he says back. He's probably too busy to drop me a voice note back. Half time at the bridge. Forza AC Milan. Come on. Not playing now, are they? I'm loving the BT Sport coverage of Serie A this season. Right then, guys. Have we got half time at Old Trafford yet? Have a look. Nope. Still playing. 0-0. Into added time. City with a better team. Yeah. Ish. No team deserved to score though. What a boring game. Yes, so far it is. I get your point and Seb, Gianni. In the watch long, most talks about those two things. Well, yeah, but do you know why though, Nuclear? We do often do Leeds, so he should be talking Leeds. And I do always ask him about Leeds. Do you know why? Leeds are one of the most fun teams for FPL because they've always got the high ceiling, right? You think, oh, they can score goals. This season we've not seen it. United game's been really poor. Oh, really good for a 0-0. Yeah, says Scoped. Just waiting for that half-time whistle to go at Old Trafford. Is this the second or third time Ronaldo's played in front of the Old Trafford crowd? Might be the second time. Matty Cash on for 3 bonus. Bruno on for 2 alongside Fred and Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's bonus points magnet. He's rubbish. He's bonus points magnet. Azpilicueta, also a bonus points magnet. But good. Kev says half-time United. Yeah, SofaScore got that as well. So there we have it. 0-0 and 0-0. What is going on? We do 2 games. We expect drama. The world is dog captaining United. We got to do the United game. It was the 2 best teams in the league going head to head. We had to do City Chelsea. And look, 0-0. Do you know what this means though, guys? The second half is going to be absolutely brilliant. I am all for that second half, and we are going to get goals. So stay with us. Loads of you are jumping on that were perhaps doing other bits, watching the game with full commentary, whatever. So get your questions in. I want to talk to you a little bit about Ronaldo. And Ed's going to be back, by the way. You'll notice there's an empty screen. Ed has said he will be back in 5 minutes, maybe even fewer. So he's given me the hard task of filling in on my Todd, which I'm very happy to do because I'm not by myself, guys. I'm with you. And it's brilliant. And I'm here pretty much every Saturday, sometimes Sundays, because I like chatting with you. I couldn't think of a better way of spending my time when watching football, to be genuinely honest. There's some games I think never want to do a watch along for that. Like, I don't know, the Euros final. It'd be far too stressful for me. But there's others, I'm like, what a great way to watch a Chelsea game, or any game. Keeping me entertained, so thank you. What do we think for Chelsea assets then, guys? Great question. Because we all want... If you go by Mark Southerns, and many of us do, myself included, he reckons the way to go is you have to triple up and you've got to go double defence. He says double defence. I think he's on Reece James and he'll probably go Rudiger or Alonso, I'm guessing. And of course, Lukaku. So for me, I can't argue with the GOAT. I also think double defence. Now, who do I want in double defence? I would like my high risk, high reward rotation risk, Alonso. That's not a rotation risk yet. And when he becomes one, you sell him. So for me, it's Alonso all day long. And complement Alonso with someone that's really nailed. That's going to play 9 in 10. And that's Rudiger or Aspi. Probably I'd go Rudiger and save the pennies. Although, if Reece James is out for a while, then Christensen's nailed. Give or take. And that's 5.0. Cheap route. Versus what? 5.8 for Rudiger, 6 for Aspi. So it's Alonso and then a centre back. Gutted for all those that bought Reece James in recent weeks, though. Looks like Chelsea are going to get a clean sheet here as well. Although I might be stung by that. My planned transfers this week, until the Bamford news, I went on the FPL show, name drop, and did my team reveal. And my transfer was Luke Ayling out, Alonso in. And everyone said Alonso in for Man City. And look, Chelsea might concede today. But I was like, yeah, Alonso. You get the... Oh, did he? Did he? Mark got Alonso today. There you go. And I was thinking... No, the high risk, high reward. But, of course, the Bamford injury, spanner in the works. I had to get rid of Bamford. I was already worried about going without Antonio, so I brought Antonio in. So I went Antonio to Bamford, and Alonso will wait till next week. People are forgetting City defence. You are absolutely right. How many teams have City defence at the moment? Barely any. My wife's got Cancelo. She would admit she's a very casual approach. I am going to get Cancelo in. Not next week, the week after. And my plan was short out for Cancelo, but maybe that it's short out for Alonso, and then I upgrade. I've got money in the bank. Ayling becomes Cancelo. So yeah, your Chelsea assets, I do think you go double at the back. If today's formation is anything to go by, then those that were thinking Mount and Havertz, yeah, I mean, Mount, by the way, was only subbed off and is only out today because he's injured. He would be in the 11. He's usually first name on the team sheet. But he's not been performing to his sort of the standard we expect from Mount. He, for me, needs a rest. He's been getting far too many minutes. He got so many minutes in the summer and last season. He's a young boy. He needs some time out. This injury, this rest could do him well, serve him well. And Havertz, just a little bit too much money for someone that's not guaranteed. No one's guaranteed points. Havertz is a little bit too expensive for the consistency of his returns, I'd say. And then obviously, guys, Lukaku. But here he is. You're muted.
I'm back, everyone. What a disastrous first. Honestly, what just happened was I Becky, my wife, came to the door. I was like, "You've got to come downstairs." I was like, I'm on a call. She's like, "No, you've got to come downstairs." There was a guy from the courts at my door, right, saying that I needed to pay £600 today, right now, or because for a car that I don't own anymore and haven't owned for a year. Something. So basically, I've just checked everything and was chatting to him like, "It's not my car. I don't even own this car anymore. I haven't done anything."
When you sold it, did you? Oh, you paid it.
I had to, literally had to, and he said you can contest it with the courts afterwards. So there, I'm like thinking about the match. I'm thinking like Gianni's up there. My first thing, and then honestly sorted now. Never mind.
That is outrageous, Ed. So is that because like it wasn't taxed and stuff, or I don't know?
No, it's because so we got it scrapped like a year ago, like this old car. And the guy who scrapped it said like all the paperwork was done. We sent everything off, sent off the V5 or whatever. They said they'd sent loads of letters to us. I haven't had one. Really weird. I did check it was legit. So that's what I was just doing, checking it was legit. And I phoned like the courts and they were like, "Yeah, it is." So I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll pay it now and then I'll contest it later."
600. So you're down 600 beans.
Yeah, during this live thing. So, when I started this live stream, I was £600 more richer, honestly.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Nuclear Atoms just put, "Ed, you were better off handling your stressful situation than watching the match." Oh no, he's saying, "Oh no, you're better off." He's saying, "I see." I thought he was saying, "I'm better at handling stressful situations than watching a football match." Anyway, what have I missed? Absolutely nothing.
Well, yeah, the halftime whistles went not too long after you went, I guess. Yeah, not much.
The rumours in the chat now are, as Ed did we just watch Ed get scammed live? But no, I did check. I double checked. I phoned the courts, not the number he gave. I went online and checked that he did work for them and that they had my file, and they did. So I was like, I'm on live on Fantasy Football Scout, so you will be hearing from me, but I'll pay it for now.
Unbelievable. I mean, it does sound like a scam, and that it also sounds like they've knocked on your door at the most inconvenient time. Like they know you're on a stream, so like if I knock now, he's more likely just to chuck
Take my money, just go, just leave.
You've so been scammed. 600. I mean, it's not £100. Sure, like you'd be like, okay, maybe because I didn't do the V5 thing properly or something wrong with it. But just to be like completely, it's 600, and I'm knocking at your house. What? Although I did once have someone from the TV license agency come around and knock at my door, and they were like, you haven't paid your TV license, which I hadn't. I just moved flat.
Yeah.
And they were like, "You can pay now. I've got a card machine." And I was like, "Okay." And they were like, "We know you're watching TV in there. We can pick it up on our signal." And I was like, "Yeah,
I can see Dragon's Den behind your shoulder."
You can hear it too. So I did. I got my debit card out and I paid. And I was thinking, have I been scammed? But no, I wasn't.
Although when it gets to that level, because we've had no letters from them, and he said, "I'm an enforcement agent. You've got to." And I was like, "Okay." I thought he'd say you've got to pay within a couple of days or 7 days. He's like, "No, you've got to pay now, or I'll take stuff." What?
Send in the heavies.
You could have seen my laptop be carried away by some random man, still live.
I love that. I'm loving the comments. Reece James went off injured. You know that. Luke Shaw went off injured. You know that.
And no goals.
No goals. You might want to get some stats for us on the United game.
Yeah.
Nuclear says, Seb won't provide us with this sort of drama. Vote Ed for more entertainment. When you were gone, I was asked about, I don't know, something like, will you be back? And I was like, not really. I was like, Ed will be in every now and then as sort of my first choice ringer, but he's down the pecking order. I was like, if you do want more of Gianni and Ed chat, then come to Fest.
Well, I've got Vote Ed going on now, and I mean, you don't get this. There will not have been a more dramatic outside of the fantasy football live thing, surely, that someone just gets scammed / approached by the courts during it. I mean, come on.
The problem is whilst you're really entertaining and I love you to pieces and 2 hours chatting to you is always fun, this is a very reputable channel, Ed, and we need someone that can turn up and deliver. We need someone with good overall rank history. You don't have either of those things.
No, but I do bring the sort of, who knows what's going to happen next.
Yeah, edgy. Ed and Gianni. Now, guys, don't go anywhere. Stay on this channel. I don't want to be like cross-promoting, but Ed and Gianni's YouTube channel for after this, if you want to know more, is this one. Right. Just posted in the chat. If you do want more videos from me and Ed, subscribe to our channel as well. We do videos every midweek, and it's this sort of stuff. rather than
this sort of stuff. I leave half of it every time something happens. You never know what's going to happen next week. I might get actually arrested live. So that's what we're planning for. So I hope we can pull it off.
Back to the football, but brilliant, Ed. Great. I mean, hopefully there's no more knocks at the door. United Villa, we've had a few opportunities for United, but no real big chances by the looks of it. Where do we think this game goes from here, Ed? Because when you look at the bench, there's options. You could send on Lingard, who got the winner last week. You could send on Martial, who's been out of form. Cavani, we know has got goals but hasn't played this season. You've got so many options on the bench. Sancho, for God's sake. But Ollie has been slow making subs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he'll change it at half-time. They played what they should have scored. They had 15 shots. Villa had 4 shots, although you'd suggest that those 2 big chances Villa had were better. Man United have had more of the possession. They've had more corners, etc. I'm surprised there's not been a goal. I don't think Ollie will change it because I think if it keeps going like this, there will be a goal and Man United will get the opening goal if it continues like this. But Villa do look dangerous on the break. When they break through, when they get behind Shaw, as happened, Matty Cash got past Shaw to get the ball across goal at one point. Like, if they can do that, then it's really unpredictable at the moment. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Chelsea City looks like it's going to finish 0-0. But one thing I know will happen when you've got 2 elite managers, it's a game of chess, Chelsea vs City. One of them is going to make a big move. And when they do, that changes everything. The other one then reacts to it. Pep will always make subs, and Pep's got a great bench. Will Torres come on, maybe? Will Havertz come on for Chelsea? Scored in the Champions League final against this very defence. And one of them will make the move, and the other one will react, and I think we'll see a really good sort of end to the game. At the moment, it looks like both teams are happy at 0-0, but one of them will make a move. When you look at United and Ollie, sometimes very slow to make substitutions, a bit like Gareth, not the elite level coach. England were the same in the Euros. United are often guilty of it. But knowing Lingard got the winner last week off the back of his sub, I think we'll see subs. I just don't think we'll see them till if it's still 0-0 at 75, the United fans will be singing for subs. And we probably won't get them till, 77. And it's like, oh, should they not have come on at 60? Don't know.
Yeah. That's fans, isn't it?
We had a question about Sancho. I can't remember where it is, but I remember it was is Sancho the new Werner? It's way too early to say that, guys. Also, I know Werner gets a lot of stick, and he was terrible in front of goal. Sure, he was. He got more assists than any other Chelsea player last season. I think he got 15 assists. He started all the games in the Champions League, which won us the competition. He was he played so well in those Champions League games. Yes, he didn't score the goals, but his role in the team became sort of assists and creating space for others, and it worked. But yeah, he's been disappointing in terms of goal scoring numbers for sure. But
that's how he's changed, isn't it? That's what he's doing now. He arrived and it was like goals, and that slowly we realised that wasn't going to happen. So now he creates space and sets up other people for goals.
I mean, his running off the ball is as good as anyone's you'll see.
Yeah,
and he makes space for Lukaku. I think he will do. That's the thought. Sancho's the new Morata. Morata again. Morata is Werner. Can't hit a barn door. Really intelligent footballer. Makes great runs and will always get good transfers to good clubs at high money. And will always play for his national team. Werner and Morata are the same player, and I like them both. Respect, man. Respect. Mourinho.
3 titles. 3.
3.
What a legend.
I've got kickoff. If you want a timestamp, 45, 26, 27, 28. Guys, don't go anywhere if you're watching. Stay with us. Of course, you might want to watch.
Stay with us. Who knows what might happen in the second half? What other crisis is going to befall me while we're here?
If I can say
asteroid hits the room or something.
There will be drama because it's Ed. He carries drama. I wonder if Chelsea might mix up the midfield 3, We don't often see Kante, Kovacic, Jorginho playing together. Worked against Spurs second half, and he's gone with it today. I just wonder if Tuchel goes, do you know what, Havertz? Let's dance. But it won't be. It will be Havertz comes on for Werner, I reckon. But let's see. My Antonio captaincy looking promising, says Nuclear. Hey, give it 45, Nuclear. You won't say that when Ronaldo gets his brace in the last 10.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I remember that was that game at the Euros, wasn't there, where quite a lot of people have Ronaldo captain on the last day, and then he didn't do anything for 85 minutes or something, then still got a brace. So that was. That's
what he does, baby.
Could we see similar today?
Hope so.
Hopefully we see at least some goals. I mean, it's my first time on this, and there's been just nothing happen.
Usually that's so fun, Ed. Like if you pick the right game, last week we did Leeds-Newcastle, and it was the most amazing football match. I mean, sure, there was only 2 goals, but as you all know, you would have watched it being a Newcastle fan. It was so end-to-end. It was chance. All you need, you don't even need goals, you just need chances. We've not even had chances, but they will come, guys. I especially United.
Yeah, I think I'd be very surprised. I know I've said it before, but I'd be very surprised if there's no goals in this game.
Jack Grealish, space in the area, left foot cross. Oh, blocked by Christensen. Very good. Chelsea for blocks, which has been so on it today. Out to Cancelo. He's looking to create an angle for the cross. Back to Grealish. Grealish will take Christensen on, I think. No, back to Cancelo. Back to Grealish. Chance.
Back to
De
Cancelo.
Bruyne. Shoots, blocked by Kovacic, cleared by Jorginho. Man City still with the ball, 30 yards from goal in the middle of the pitch. KDB finds Grealish. Grealish going to get the shot. Oh, KDB in the Thierry Henry position, edge of the box, on the left, goes to bend it far post. You can see what he wants to do. He does exactly that. Doesn't quite get the whip he needs, and it goes out for a goal kick. But he's a couple of yards wide of the post in the end, but you can see what he's trying to do.
Game's kicked off here as well, obviously now. Nothing happened yet. Throw into Villa.
Yeah. Come on, Torres. Is he warming up? Is he, Kev? I could see at half-time, Torres was given the book of tactics. He's there. Ooh. It's like, you can see all these little circles and numbers, and he's flicking through all his laminated sheets of card, and you're like, okay, like, is that accurate? It's printed paper from 2 days ago. Is that accurate from what we're seeing in the game now? Like, in terms of the defence you're up against and things like that? Probably not, but they still go through their routines. But I didn't see him warming up. I can see Mahrez on the bench, sort of standing. His kit's still on, though, although he's got his legs out. I don't know if he was wearing bottoms before, if he was just in shorts. But Mahrez and Torres do seem like the obvious transfer, the moves on. Foden's been fairly quiet. KDB's been fairly quiet. I'd say Grealish and Jesus have actually played all right. Have caught the eye perhaps a little bit more. Certainly Grealish in the last 5. Come on, do something. In a way, I want City to make some attacking moves to give Chelsea a bit more space. Cancelo, that's great feet. Right, come on, Werner. Werner on the halfway line. He's looking forward. He's got Lukaku there, but Lukaku is surrounded by Man City players, and now Werner's swamped. Werner takes on Laporte. Oh, he's done really well to win the ball still, Werner. He's got the ball by the corner flag now, out for a throw-in. But Werner's just been
Werner, isn't it? Werner kind of does everything well apart from scoring goals.
Yeah, he's a brilliant player. He's just a rubbish striker. Rubbish 9. But yeah, I think this could. Both Werner and Lukaku ideally want to play in. Oh, as per Quetta and Grealish. What are you saying? Little bit of argy-bargy.
Bit of fisticuffs, yeah.
It's fine though. No free kick given, but fine. Yeah, Werner ideally as a strike partner. He was playing out of position last year. He's not an out-and-out 9. At Leipzig, he often had a partner, Poulsen. Inter, Lukaku, also had a strike partner, Lautaro Martinez, who is so good. So both of them want to play in the front too. In fact, Lukaku, the Chelsea formation today, 3-5-2, that's what Inter play. They don't play 3-4-3, they play 3-5-2. So this should suit Lukaku. We've just not really seen Chelsea have much of the ball. That's the problem. Let me get some possession stats for you. And in the game at Old Trafford, United are on 59% possession, as you would expect. Yeah. Well, they're not really a possession-based team. Chelsea, 33. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's me. I haven't seen any signs of Torres coming on. Kev,
you've got him in your team, haven't you?
Yeah, and do you know what? I tweeted this morning, I think he'll be benched today, and he was. I still thought it's worth playing him because if he doesn't play, I get the auto sub. And just in case he does start, I potentially get points. And even if he doesn't start, I might get 20 minutes. And 20 minutes for me of Torres, if he's playing up front versus anyone, is better than Ben White in the London derby or Ayling versus West Ham. So I left those guys on the bench. Always go for the upside. For the players with the biggest upside, right? And for me, I always back the attacking player. Whether or not I think they're going to start or not, you give them a go.
Yeah.
We've got a Man City corner here. I know there's been action.
Yes.
Stay with me, Ed. Stay with me. Unless you're watching it. KDB passes the ball out to Cancelo. Cancelo's going to shoot. Blocked. Jesus on the edge of the box. Spins. Bobbly. Oh!
Goal! Jesus. Who was it, Gianni? Tell us.
Jesus. Bobbly. Bobbly. Chelsea, I said they've been blocking everything. There's so many bodies in front of Jesus, but he does so well to turn on the edge of the box. And he gets his shot away. And I don't know if it takes a deflection, but he finds his way into the bottom corner. Now, Cancelo put the original shot in. So I don't know if he's going to get the assist. Does he get it for that? He does. Hang on. Did it go from Cancelo straight to Jesus? If so, he definitely gets the assist. Of course he does. If it was cleared... Right, so it's KDB, edge of the box. 30 yards out. Cancelo, left foot shot. Yeah, Cancelo's shot finds Jesus. So Cancelo assist is confirmed. It doesn't take a deflection. It's a really nice spin and shot. Who's marking Jesus? At the moment, it's Jorginho. Rudiger's in front of him. Christensen's in front of him. And he still finds his way to the bottom corner. Oh, it does take a nick. Yeah, clean sheet wipeout for you with Chelsea defenders.
Yeah. True.
Ouch. Without that nick, it probably doesn't go in. It's a big deflection. Well, that means Torres stays on the bench, which is probably a good thing for me. It means I don't get the 1-pointer.
Although you did say that 20 minutes of Torres is better. So
at 0-0 it is, not a 1-0.
At 0-0 it is, I see.
Of course. You've got to become casual. Sorry, I'm in a mood now.
That's all right, yeah, clearly. It's all right, yeah. Don't worry. Because you're 1-0 down to City, you're in a mood. I mean, Newcastle fine. If we were 1-0 down to City, only 1-0 down, best performance of last few years.
I'm in the mood because Chelsea are losing and Ronaldo hasn't returned anything. Although the saving grace there, I quite want United to lose. I'd love Villa to even get a point in actual football terms. That's brilliant. KDB on the attack here. Cleared. Chelsea have the ball again. Chelsea going to have to do something. This was fine at 0-0. This was absolutely fine. It ain't fine at 1-0 down. You look at it and go, where are you going to go from here? System might have to change. Might have to go to a back four. We're still keeping the wing backs, but take a centre back off and put Havertz on. That's what I'd do. I'd go centre back off, Havertz on. Let's see what Tuchel does, because he will not sit on this for long. It's not no casual Gareth or Ollie manager here. He'll react.
Sorry, my computer. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see what Ollie's going to do, because what minute are we in now? 53 minutes. I mean, I reckon if it gets to 60, 65 minutes, I mean, what's he going to do? Is he going to bring on, who's he got on the bench? Let's have a look. So he's got, as you said earlier, Lingard, Martial, Cavani, Sancho.
It's an amazing bench.
Van der Beek, yeah. I mean...
How much money is that?
Well, Lingard, nothing.
Let's value Lingard at 30. That's what they wanted.
All right, Martial with 40. Cavani,
10.
20 or something because he's old.
Yeah.
Sancho was how much?
75.
Yeah. Van der Beek was like 30, wasn't he?
More. They paid like 40, 50 for him, didn't they?
And he just never plays.
So what, we're saying they've got 200 million of attacking talent on their bench? Plus.
Only 200 million, yeah. Only 200 million.
Plus, yeah.
What Villa got on the bench? They've got Buendia.
30 million, 30
Traore.
million they pay. Traore, 20 mil.
Ashley Young.
2.
Who's the wing back. Yeah, interesting.
Okay, come on, Chelsea. Corner comes in and cleared. This ain't good enough. Christensen, by the way, guys, is on for bloody 2 bonus, isn't he? He's conceded a goal. Hang on, we've not got to 60 yet. Let it get to 60, and then those Man City defenders will be on for the bonus. You'll see on the colours, right? Jesus is gold. He's on for 3. Loving these graphics. Loving these graphics. And you'll see Wan-Bissaka has got the gold on him. Wan-Bissaka on for 3 Brucey bonus. Matt Cash on for 2.
Right, I've got my portal.
Werner's in. Werner. Oh, it's a great pass. I think it might have been Kante. This is perfect because you've got, as I keep saying, Werner on one centre-back, Lukaku on the other. If you find them with the space, the pass was just a little bit too heavy. Werner, great run, usually onside, does really well to stay onside. But yeah, keeper gets there. And Ederson is the best sweeper keeper going, right? He's up there. So he'll get to those balls quickly. But if the pass is right, bang on the money, we're going to get a one-on-one for Lukaku or Werner.
This United game is just calling out for 89th minute Ronaldo winner. I think that's the way it's feeling.
Grealish edge of the coming into the box, shoots. Oh wow! Mendy has just made an absolute worldy save there. Grealish, that's goal bound. Or is the corner not given? Grealish is like appealing for the corner. Shot from Grealish from the angle, fingertip save from Mendy. I think. Yeah, definitely gets his fingers to it. It should be a Man City corner. I don't think it's going to be given. But Grealish causing problems. I was asked at half-time, Ed, is Grealish an option? And I said, he's nailed. He's started all 6 games. But he's not getting the FPL points.
No, his ceiling's not very high, is it? He's sort of...
It was at Villa.
Well, some games it was. But a lot of the time, he'd look really good. And he's a really good player. But he just wouldn't... Yeah, as you said, just wouldn't get the points.
Before last season at Villa, that was standard Grealish. But in this City team that scores so many goals, I think Grealish could become an option. I still prefer Torres.
What is he, 8 million?
Yeah, saved $1 million. Have Torres for the weaker teams. Lukaku bounces off one. Ball in. Oh, cleared by Rodri, I think it is. It's a great ball in. Someone needed to make a near post run and it's a goal. Getting better. Would you guys consider
there is someone getting ready on the bench here. It is, I think it's Lindelof, actually.
Oh, must be an injury to centre-back.
Yeah, it must be. Although I can't see who's injured.
Have they got to 60 yet, Ed? Will this defender
56 minutes.
Oh,
56.
They're not going to get to 60. Come on, Maguire.
Well, it's actually 58 in live. It's just I'm on 56:36. So
Foden, round the keeper. Mendy gets there. That would have been offside anyway, surely. 1-on-1 for Foden. Oh my God, it looks like Maguire might be injured. Kev, has he come off yet, Kev? And if so, what minute? Because loads have got Maguire. That's probably what, a 8 to 10% owned player? Yeah, Foden way off. Lindelof coming on, yeah. What minute? Remember, if it's the 59th minute, it needs to get to 60.
So I'm watching the screen and it's on mine, it's 57 minutes and 11 seconds.
Havertz coming on for Chelsea, 59 minutes in.
Oh.
What did I say? I said take a centre-back off, and he's not done it. He's taken N'Golo Kante off.
Oh.
Now, look, as good as Kante is, he's the best. He's not the player you need on the pitch when you're chasing a game. He's the player you need on it when you're drawing or when it's tight. In terms of ball-playing midfielders, I'd prefer to have Kovacic and Jorginho on when you're chasing a game. So I think that's a good substitution.
Still no substitution here yet.
Oh, he's going to get to 60. He's going to get to 60, Ed. Isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Effective ownership, guys, by the way, was Ronaldo 158 and Salah around 120.
Yeah, Maguire's struggling. He's looked poor the last couple of weeks. What was the game the other day for United? He kicked the ball out of play about 6 times. Or just passed to no one. Very strange.
Oh, Kante.
And I'm a fan of Maguire, generally speaking.
Kante went off at 59, by the way. Not that there's any Kante owners. Oh, Cancelo's in here, down the left. Crosses it in. Brilliant cross. Mendy. Shot. Cleared off the line. Oh, I think that's Alonso off the line. Oh, it's Thiago Silva. Oh, Cancelo causing all sorts of problems. Brilliant ball in. Mendy at full stretch. Gets his fingertips to it. It's along the floor, this cross. I think it fell to Jesus with the shot. Left foot. Beats Mendy, who is out of his goal. And I think it's Thiago Silva who got the touch on the line. Oh, absolute worldie from Thiago Silva. That's what he does.
Here, De Gea De Gea just passed it straight to Villa, who attack and win a corner. But there's been some strange passing at the back for United this game.
Chelsea, shots on goal, 1. Loads blocked, but 1 on goal, 0 on target. Man City, 12 shots, 3 on target. You'd have to say City deserve it.
Man City 1, Chelsea 0.
Hang on a second. Gabriel Jesus is down, and this doesn't look good.
Has it gone to a wide shot?
No, it's fine. It's his shoulder.
Right.
But he lands awkwardly on it, and he's holding it. He doesn't look comfortable. The only reason it's not good is if he does go off, it means he's out for a while. If he's fine, he's fine. But if he's done something to his shoulder, like it... wasn't Jesus?
Oh, nearly. Fred nearly released Ronaldo through the middle there. Martinez blocks it out, comes out and kicks it and blocks it out.
We've got drama. We've got drama. Havertz, Lukaku, goal. But the guys in the chat said it won't count. Now, I don't know if that's offside or not. Lukaku goal. Is it given? The Lino's got the assistant referee's got his flag up. I'm watching the replay as we speak. It was Havertz with the assist. Oh, he's way off. Way off.
You see.
Havertz is offside. The ball to Lukaku was fine. That was on.
Oh, United just had a good chance. Pogba just outside the edge of the box. Maguire did make it to 60, by the way, because I'm on 60 minutes and 40 seconds now on my screen, and he's still not off. So
I'm guessing he never came off.
Well, no, he's not off yet. No, I think he was limping a bit, and they got Lindelof ready, and then maybe they've changed their mind because he's still running around looking fine. Really, he's just running a bit slow, but that's just Maguire, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ball given away again by is that Fernandez? Oh, no, by Ronaldo. Ronaldo chases back and wins it. Well, hey, a bit of defending from Ronaldo.
Oh, shall we have a look at some Brucey bonus?
Let's do it.
You get the bonus on your game. I mean, you can see the 3, but I want to know how tight it is. Maguire's actually on for a bonus in yours, Ed.
Is he? Well, you better stay on then. I don't actually own him, but...
Okay, I've got Jesus on for 3, Cancelo for 2, Walker for 1. Diaz and Laporte are just behind Walker.
On this game, it's all very close. Wan-Bissaka on for 3, Matty Cash on for 2, and Varane and Maguire on for 1 each.
Oh, yellow card for Laporte. He brings down Lukaku. This is a nice option for Alonso. It's quite wide, but it's only 20 yards out. I'm not going to look at the chat. I want to see this free kick in all its beauty. Yeah. Okay, it's very wide. You could argue this is one you should cross, but knowing Alonso... He could shoot from here. It's pretty wide, though, having seen it again. Maybe this is going to be a right-footed cross rather than a left-footed shot on the angle. Second booking this season from Laporte. Come on, Chelsea. 64 minutes in. If he does shoot, Lukaku won the free kick. Lukaku assist, Alonso goal. And he's going to shoot. He's eyeing up the shot. There's only one bloke on in this, and it's Alonso. There's no right-foot option for the cross. Now, remember, Batici's tip of the week was buy Alonso. Mark Sutherns bought Alonso. I didn't. If he scores, I can't take. Right, he's 20 yards out. He's one of the best set-piece specialists in the league. He's got an absolute Wanderer left. You never have a Wanderer right, you only have a Wanderer left. Ederson has left a lot of space to his left. It's going to be a near-post shot, whipper, top bins. Can he beat the wall and get it down in time? That is the question. We're waiting for the referee's whistle. There's movement in the box. It's not going to be a cross, surely. Shoots! Oh, it hits the wall. Definitely went for that near post.
Hits the wall. Ah, Mark Sutherns. What an idiot that he bought Alonso.
I know. And I think he did, apparently, someone said in the chat, he played Alonso and benched Reece James.
Right.
Smart. He knew.
Right, United's got a free kick on the right here. Whipped it in. Oh, it looks like Maguire was pulled down in the box there.
Go on.
Are you talking to me to go on? No.
Yeah, I'd love a pen.
Oh, well, there. Yeah, it looks like... that looks pretty dodgy, you know.
Oh, Thiago Silva also asking for a penalty in my game. Michael Oliver's having none of it.
At this. I think, to me, Konsa has pulled down Maguire in the box there, and that could be a pen. Is it clear and obvious error when they look at it nowadays with the new sort of slightly more generous to the referee sort of rule? Probably not. So they're probably not going to give it.
Is it one that last season might have been given, but not this?
Yeah, I think it's just one. To be fair, Maguire's probably given just as much back, so it's probably one of those actually. But he does definitely kind of manhandles him down.
So Ed, we've had questions about a Northern Fest.
Yeah.
And
hang on, United through. Fernandez is through. Who was that? No, it was Greenwood. No,
I've got Greenwood.
Shot on target for Greenwood.
BPL. Oh, City are in it. Grealish, great ball. Jesus. Oh, it's gone wide. Jesus ball across. Oh, it hits Foden. Fumbled. KDB shot. Corner City. City look good. They're committing numbers now. Chelsea are committing numbers forward. There's space for City. City look V good. Guys, we have so many questions about will we do a fest here, then everywhere. And bless Ed and Mark, who were on a thing last night. Spaces chat on Twitter. Literally 45 minutes of their hour chat about fest was, can we do it here? Can we do it here? Can we do it here? And whilst we have ambitious plans, we can't tell you guys we're going to be doing it in India and America and up north and in Ireland. We would love to, but we're not going to even warrant that with airtime. The next few fests will be in London. That's our model. It has to be in London because it's easier for everyone to get to. For those flying internationally, there's airports there. For those coming from any other city in the country, you can book a direct train to London. London works for the masses. We did a poll on this. We want you to pick where. The masses say London. Eventually, though, there will be a Northern Fest. But that's as far as we can probably go with it, guys. And if you want to come to a fest, please don't wait until it's in your country or city. Come now. January the 21st. Tickets available at ffest.com. Follow us on Twitter. We're always tweeting about it.
ff-fest.com.
What he said. Casual Patici.
Early bird code gets you 10% off.
Yeah, like for 18...
take advantage of that because you can buy a ticket now, and if something comes up before January, as long as you tell us before 14 days from the event, you can get your money back. So just buy it now. Make sure you get your ticket.
Oh, we're still doing that refund policy, are we?
Yeah, we are.
Generous. Yeah, guys, get on it. 18 quid. You will meet hundreds of FPL managers. There's all sorts of content from the likes of Mark Southerns. You'll have a quiz from me. Get to it. We had 3 people from Norway. Was it Sweden buy tickets last night, Ed?
Norway. We had Norway buy ticket last night. Ireland buy tickets last night. I think we had one from America, New York.
From the US,
someone from New York bought tickets. Say again.
Last time we had US as well, didn't we? On the day before.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Don't wait, guys. Do not wait until we're in Scandinavia in 5 years' time and we do a fest there. Like, get on it now. Obviously, you can't all come. Apologies for that, guys in Asia or wherever. I know Nuclear Atoms would love to come. But for those in the UK, certainly, if it's your thing, 21st of January, you look forward to seeing you there. It's going to be amazing. The venue is insane. Just check out our website and the pictures and our Instagram. And it's definitely one not to be missed for sure. City are going to get some spaces. We're seeing now Havertz. We're seeing Lukaku. We're seeing Werner. It's like a front three. Alonso's really attacking. I could see 2-0 City here. Maguire off now, says Kev. Oh, he made it to 60. What's going on with the Cancelo assist?
You'll get that clean sheet.
Well, Robert, the Cancelo assist should have been given as far as I'm concerned. It's not given on the app yet. That's weird. It was a shot, but it definitely went from Cancelo to Jesus. Weird. You'd be it. Oh, shot from... Oh, it's Kovacic. It's definitely going on target. Maybe not in. It's a great block. Goes out for the Chelsea corner. It's Diaz. Chucks himself at it. The blocking in both... reason we've not had shots on target today is the blocking has been insane. FPL gave Cancelo the assist initially, but have taken it off him for now. Yeah, they have, Captain. I mean, I'm on the app now, refreshing it every second. My wife's got Cancelo. She's been gutted. She bought in Bamford on a 4-point hit this week.
Chance of Villa. Watkins. Oh, edge of the box. Good save by De Gea.
Oh, Watkins' goal now would be
Watkins
great.
again. Oh, cut out. Cleared. Oh, Villa again. Probably they've had the best chances. Now Man United break. Greenwood been sent up the pitch. I think it's Greenwood. Ronaldo making a run. Greenwood goes alone. Greenwood. Still Greenwood on the edge of the box. Shoots. Oh, wide. Goal kick.
Chance created. Is that a chance created from Ronaldo? BPS?
No, it wasn't. Ronaldo never got it.
Oh,
Ronaldo
he
made
didn't.
the run and made space, and probably Greenwood should have given it to him, but Greenwood went alone.
Yeah, I mean, Ronaldo needs a goal. Looking at the bonus, Wan-Bissaka 27, Varane 26, Cash 25, Martinez 25. Martinez, he makes 3 saves, you guarantee him bonus. Martinez.
Yeah, he's got some sort of special bonus magnet, isn't he?
He really is. I've never known a keeper like it. Bernardo Silva, lovely footwork. There's so much more space. This game is so much better in the second half, even though Chelsea are losing. City are having fun with this. I tell you what, those title odds, if you do want to back Chelsea for the league, now's the time to do it if they lose today. You'll get more generous odds off the back of this defeat. Especially if Liverpool beat Brentford.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flash score might show Cancelo as an assist, John, but the only thing that matters is what FPL show it as. I'm sure he'll get it. They've taken it off. I'm sure he'll get back on, but yeah.
United with the ball outside the Villa box. Plays it through to Pogba. Shot just wide.
Yes, Kev. 2 p.m. team announcements. What am I thinking? Right. Ed, get on Twitter.
Okay.
Get some team announcements. Who have we got? Right. Who are the big ones we want to know about?
Newcastle United.
I mean...
Newcastle is basically the same. Sam Maximan's playing is all anyone cares about. So there you go.
Okay, Leeds, because Leeds West Ham is a massive one. So if you get West Ham, I'll get Leeds. We want to know about Antonio. We want to know about Rafinha. I've got Leeds coming up. Okay, here we go. 2 changes. No Ayling, no Bamford as expected. Rafinha starts. Dan James starts. So 2 changes for Leeds. Bamford and Ayling out. Shackleton and Creswell in. For FPL, all you need to know, Rafinha plays, Ayling doesn't.
Everton, Norwich, Pickford is back in goal. Damari Gray is on the pitch behind Rondon up front. So no Dominic Calvert-Lewin again.
Is Andros Townsend playing?
Yes, Andros Townsend on the right. Iwobi on the left. Decore and Allen in the middle. Keane and Mina centre-backs. Godfrey right back. Digne left back.
Antonio starts. Benrahma starts. Fornal starts. Cresswell starts. There you go. As you were. Same lineup for West Ham as you'd expect.
For Norwich, you've got that Williams chap who everyone bought. Left back, he's
Brandon.
playing. Kabak, Hanley, Gibson, centre-backs. Aaron's right back. Krull in goal. Norman, Les Milou and McLean, centre-mids. And then Sargent and Pookie up front.
Yeah. Sargent starts, does he? He was
Sargent
getting
starts.
the American chap. Leicester. Do we want to know about Leicester? Yes, we do. Why? Well, they've got a few big uns. Vardy starts. Barnes starts. Lookman gets a start. One to keep an eye on. Ricardo Pereira at right back. Bertrand left back. That means no Castagna, who's on the bench. Iheanacho bench.
Yeah. Watford, Sarr starts. That's the one we want to know. Dennis starts. And Sissoko, the 4.5 midfielder of choice, starts. And then that's it, isn't it? Newcastle, we've said. Burnley, Pope in goal, Tarkowski, me, Taylor, Loughton, Kone, Brownhill, Westwood, McNeil, Vidra and Wood. So, as expected.
Yeah, he doesn't muck around, does he, Sean Dyche? By the way, Dennis and Sarr both start for Watford alongside King in a front 3.
Okay.
And Cathcart also starts if you're interested. Ed, are you seething about the 600 beans fine? Ruben Loftus-Cheek, the man is back. Jorginho off, Ruben Loftus-Cheek on. He played brilliant in the week. Back heels all over the place. Loftus-Cheek, not Hudson-Odoi, Kev. Loftus-Cheek, who was like a man possessed in the week when he played. All the talent in the world. He was starting for England in the World Cup, remember, in 2018. This is a guy with all the talent. This is your moment, Ruben. Come on and get the goal. It's currently City 1, Chelsea 0, 75 minutes. But the saviour, Ruben Loftus, sick note Cheek, is on. Speaking of Cheek and those announcements, got a big boxing fight tonight.
Yeah,
AJ
into your boxing.
AJ back in action against a very, very good fighter, former cruiserweight himself, Usyk. A bit of a David Hay, gone from cruiserweight, dominated the division, up to heavy. Can he hold his own against the big men though?
Well, I didn't know you were into boxing, but yeah, I mean, all this
Massively.
is to me is I quite like the big fights, but it's just AJ against not Tyson Fury. So, that's the one I want. That's what I want. Everyone wants, isn't it?
We
So,
won't get it. We will not get Fury Joshua if Usyk wins tonight.
right. So we need Joshua to win.
It's less likely we'll get it. Oh, really? Yes. Okay, that's a good thing. Just because I didn't buy him this week. Alonso yellow card, sure.
Right.
Sorry, Mark. But I know loads bought him, and in a way now I'm glad I didn't because he's got 1 point.
I've just lost my stream for the game, so I'm just going to try and reconnect.
UFC card is strong tonight. Do you know what, Eric? Whilst I love boxing, I'm not into UFC, and it's not that I don't like it. I often watch the Facebook videos and stuff. I just don't follow it. I just haven't got the capacity to do another sport, and essentially that's what it is, right? I follow rugby, boxing, and football, so I can't do UFC.
The real
as well.
sporting events this weekend are the Formula One and the Ryder Cup.
Boo.
Ryder Cup, Europe 6-2 down. Can we bring it back? In fact, it might have. The second round might have, or today's matches might have kicked off.
See, I've got zero interest in that.
Teed off.
Oh, I tell you what, the tennis the other day with Emma was amazing.
Raducanu.
I nearly called her Ratajkowski there, who's a famous model, who I may or may not follow on Instagram and be slightly obsessed with.
Okay. Cam's not listening. It's okay. You can tell us.
No, it's right. Cam also thinks she is a beautiful human.
Oh, right. Well, that's
and
nice.
Activist. Yeah. But the tennis the night, US Open, what final that was. So good. History was created.
I still haven't had a goal. And it's, first of all, it's annoying me. It's annoying me for two reasons. One, I've sat here and everyone's watched me watch it for an hour or something. Number two, I've got Ronaldo captain. So I'm frustrated right now, Gianni.
Yeah, I mean, I am. My team are losing and we've had one goal. Some bright news from Museka Pogo. Says blame the casuals, but the silver lining is the Chelsea defeat means all the Chelsea defenders get really low points, which means they're not all going to be 7 million by Friday. And of course, they were never going to be 7, but they would have all gone up in value, and they still might 1 or 2, but actually they probably won't. The casuals won't be buying them because they go off the previous points that week. So yeah, that is a good sign for price rises. Oh, wow. Should be 2-0 City. Should be 2-0 City. What a delivery. It must have been from KDB. It was a right foot cross. He's found Laporte from a free kick. Laporte was offside. It wouldn't have been given. But it's a beautiful free kick. Lands on the 6-yard box to Laporte. Sticks his leg out. Just sails past the post. Mendy was beaten. Loftus-Cheek's got a bit of space here. Go on, Ruben. Oh, first touch. And do you know what he does? He goes for the nutmeg. He goes for the megs.
That's what you want.
He doesn't get it, but he goes for the megs. Noel Gallagher is in the crowd. Substitute for City. Will it be Torres coming on to get 1 point off Batici's bench? Or off the bench for Batici? No, it's Mahrez. All right, Ed, who'd you bring on? Mahrez is already going to be on. If you make one other sub, surely it's Sterling over Torres.
Yeah, bring Sterling on.
Give Sterling him a chance. On when you're 1-0 up. I'd go Sterling up. Stretch the game. Already Chelsea committing numbers. De Bruyne's off, Izzy Manan. Interesting. At 79 minutes, De Bruyne's had a really good second half. I wonder if there's a slight concern over minutes because of the Champions League in the week.
Yeah, minutes.
He's got PSG.
Minutes.
He's got PSG and he's only just come back. He looks fine. Pep's giving him a kiss. Okay, Pep says something in his ear. KDB does this. So it was probably, is everything all right? And he's saying, yeah, I'm all good.
Okay.
Psychology.
Well, yeah, question, I suppose, is, in fact, I need to check. I haven't quite been able to keep up, but the United game, has there been any substitutions? Which there hasn't, actually. Well, there has. Lindelof came on for Maguire. Dalot came on for Shaw. So they've only got one more sub to make.
One attacking sub.
Who would you bring on? Lingard, Martial, or Cavani? Or Sancho?
It's got to be Cavani, isn't it?
What, for Ronaldo?
Great question in our chat, guys. Which differential will score top today? Now, these are all in action. Will it be Damari Gray? Gallagher, who is playing on Monday, remember, against Brighton in the M23 derby. Palace Brighton. Sarr or St Max? Oh, for me, it comes in that Watford-Newcastle game. And it's whoever teams wins, right? Is it if Newcastle win, then you back St Max. If Watford are going to dominate, you back Sarr. Oh, Werner down the right. Come on, Timo. Ball across. Oh, it's cleared. Havertz, you're a yard short of it. If you get there, you're probably scoring. Cleared.
Come on, Ronaldo. Come on, where's this last minute hat trick?
Have we all gone Ronaldo?
Well, most people have, haven't they?
Effective ownership was like 160 versus 120-ish, 125-ish, 128, whatever it was. Bought Dennis for Bamford. Danny Ings off by the looks of it. Maximum return.
Still 0-0. Come on.
Guys, is the poll still on the screen? Because I've just got rid of it so it doesn't block my timeline, but I didn't want to delete it. I hope I haven't deleted it. Is Jesus now an option, says Kev. Heartbreak, innit? I don't know. If he was listed as a midfielder, I think he might be. One of your 3 precious forward spots. He's dropped in price though. What is he, 8.6? He's definitely an option. I must admit, I even looked at it. Oh, City. Oh, Grealish has got a score. Mendy save, 1-on-1. Grealish goes for the dink. Mendy stands as long as he can, gets his arm up to it. Grealish should be on a 8-pointer here. Should have scored that. That's the one criticism you may have of Grealish. For someone of his talent, he should get more goals.
Yeah.
Even at Villa.
Yeah, he should. He should get, yeah. And City could be the place that that he does that, couldn't it? It could go to the next level almost. Now he's surrounded by just absolute world-class players. You
have to take that yellow, Rudiger. He takes the yellow. Another booking for a Chelsea defender. We're not getting many points this game week. Mahrez on the halfway line. He just takes the foul. Grealish here, seeing the 1-on-1. He goes outside the boot for the dink. He doesn't dink it enough, though. And Mendy does well. What do they say to goalkeepers on 1-on-1? Stay on your feet as long as you can. Make yourself big. Does both those things. Cavani is on.
Cavani's on. For who?
I'd say Greenwood. I'm going to take a punt at Greenwood or Fred or McTominay, and he plays Pogba midfield, and he takes Fred off. Isn't Fred on a yellow? I'm going to go Fred off.
Fred is on a yellow, yeah.
Go on, who are you guessing? Go on, Ed.
Greenwood.
Oh, you reckon he keeps the same sort of numbers up top? I think he's under pressure from the home fans to go all out attack and go, Pogba, you can play midfield. Greenwood can go, well, Greenwood can go stay right, Cavani down the middle, and Ronaldo can go wide left in his old position.
Right, I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Oh my good God. He's up and down like a yo-yo today, isn't he? Another £600 fine, I reckon. Another knock at the door, do you think? Right. Rudiger, Alonso and Christensen, but yeah, it's good. It's good, Kev, for FPL. Not for me. Not for my team. Come on, Aspi. Great ball. Werner! Oh! Werner, left foot, half volley. Again, I'm sick of saying it, a blocked shot. So many shots blocked. Was it heading in? Might have been going wide of the post. No, Werner, it probably was. Oh, you all think Sarr. And then Gallagher. No, then Gray, sorry. I thought St. Max would get a bit more love. Yeah, what are we going for? Why has Ed just disappeared? Didn't give me any notice there, did he? Are we going for another knock at the door, another £600 fine? Come on, the worst guesses will be read out. Where has Ed been called to? Let us know in the chat. He did say 30 seconds. Excuse me. 0 shots on target for Chelsea. 87 minutes gone at Stamford Bridge. 85 minutes gone at Old Trafford. 0-0 at Old Trafford. 1-0 City. The goal from Jesus. The assist should be coming Cancelo's way. I don't think it is yet. Yes, Kev. That's great news. Sterling coming on. No, that's not. I don't think so. Looks like Fernandinho's coming on from what I can see. Number 25 is Fernandinho. Oh, and Sterling. 2 subs. Hang on. How many subs have City had? Let's have a look. Yeah, Foden and Grealish off. that mean Jesus is going to get 90? I think it does. So Torres, for all your Torres owners, myself included, who are you getting off the bench? For me, it would have been Ayling, but Ayling doesn't start. And the big news for Leeds, no Bamford, no Ayling, but Rafinha does start. All the other big names you want this game week, Antonio's, they're starting. Overwhelmed by this. Where has Ed gone? Ed, check out our latest poll.
Check out the latest poll.
Don't tell us the answer.
Getting arrested.
Subbing on for Ronaldo.
This is the sort of thing, you see, this is the sort of liveliness I can bring to these sorts of events. I'll disappear, I'll come back, who knows what's going on. Great fun. What I can tell you is I've missed nothing because there's not been any goals. So what's the point of me even being here, Gianni? My game has had no goals. I captained Ronaldo, nothing. I'm here, I'm £600 less rich. Unbelievable.
I'm still rich, but £600 down. Oh, mate. Don't tell us the answer yet. I want to see how the poll does. And then when we get the results of the poll, you can tell us the answer. By then, we'll be around. Oh, that's a great ball in. It's Azpilicueta. He can cross with his right foot and his left. What a left foot cross that is from Azpi. Old Dave. And he finds his way just to Lukaku. It's inches over his head. He doesn't seem to jump for it, Lukaku. He's being sort of manhandled by Diaz. They both go up, but
Cavani came on for McTominay in the end, by the way. I don't know whether you said that. But...
No, I didn't. I said it'd be one of the midfielders. I thought it might be Fred.
Fine. Yeah, it wasn't. It was McTominay.
Sterling and Fernandinho are on as well, by the way. Sterling on, Fernandinho on, Grealish and Foden off. Jesus is going to get 90. Torres will stay benched. Ben White.
Good for you?
Well,
That's
it
good for you, I suppose.
means I don't get Ayling because he's not made the squad. So I get Ben White. Has Ayling made the squad? I know he wasn't in the 11. I'm guessing he's not in the squad. Ed way too much of a casual to get tensed about Ronaldo blanking. Yeah, he doesn't actually care. Where's Ed gone? Toilet break, 37%. Subbing on for Ronaldo, 33%. Another knock at the door, 16%. Overwhelmed by the tension, 12%. And the answer is...
Yeah, the people know me. Toilet.
I mean, I've needed a wee for like the last hour, but...
Yeah, but you know, you have to stay. You're like the guy, you know, your scout guy. I'm just a ringer who just, you know, I'm just here. I can go and come, please, whenever I want.
I rarely get up and go to the loo, but when I do, it's like because I'm absolutely desperate. So usually, as soon as these streams end, I run to the toilet.
We have some action at Old Trafford.
Hallelujah! Come on, Ronnie Biggins! Oh, Havertz! Oh, no!
All I'll say is it's not Ronaldo. I can confirm that, but my link is down, so I don't actually know what's happened. I know who scored, and I think people in the chat are starting to say it. It's a Villa goal.
That will do. That will do
at
nicely.
Old Trafford in the 89th minute, I believe.
Ed, just to come to me quickly, because there's been drama here. Havertz has been absolutely wiped out by Edison, like absolutely KO'd in the area. I don't know how that's not a penalty. That's going to be a concussion, or certainly off for it.
Courtney Hawes with the goal, Douglas Luiz with the assist. Aston Villa 1-0.
Courtney Hawes with the goal makes me think that's from a set piece or a goal, but I don't think Douglas Luiz is on set pieces. Interesting to know that. Maybe BBC Live Text will tell you, Ed.
Yeah.
But I don't know how that's not a penalty. Edison has completely wiped out my boy Havertz. He punches the ball, and Edison's down like, oh, poor me. You've just knocked my bloke out. Aspie's having a word with Michael Oliver, being like, hello? Yeah, great
Hawes
question.
header.
Great. Yeah, Courtney Hawes.
Hawes header.
Here we go. Seeing the Jesus goal, how that's not been given to Jesus. Assist. Cancelo assist, I don't know.
So what is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer do now? Blimey.
There's going to be a lot of boos at Old Trafford, I can tell you that.
Good win for Villa. I said in the first half, they were playing well. Like, they were getting forward. They didn't look, they weren't just sitting back. Even though the stats would say 62. Oh, no, I'm on the City game. Even though the stats were 60% United, in favour of United, possession-wise.
Edison won the ball, says Leonardo. Yeah, he did win the ball, but he also took Havertz out. And obviously, I'm a biased Chelsea fan.
This tells its own story for the United game, right? United, 25 shots. Villa, 7.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, they have, but it's just they haven't had the clear-cut chances. Like Villa had missed an open goal in the first half.
Yeah.
And now they've gone 1-0 up.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We will let you know the XG on the games in the next couple of minutes. But yeah, that's very interesting. Villa, eh? Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it? So it was a corner from the Courtney Hall's header from the left side of the 6-yard box to the top left corner, assisted by Douglas Luiz with a cross following a corner.
Was Douglas Luiz the corner taker, or did it come out?
I think the corner with a cross following a corner. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it was a cross
and then he crossed it in.
Cleared. Then because Douglas Luiz, I'm pretty sure, is hanging out outside the area, but not on corners. Werner down the right finds Loftus-Cheek. Can he get there? Oh, Bernardo Silva, who has run himself into the ground. The guy, he's like a Duracell bunny. Bernardo Silva runs all day. Yeah, you're right. Only 5 of the United shots are on target. They do need better quality. All well and good with the shots. Penalty United! Penalty United! Oh my goodness! It's going to be Ronnie Biggins. It has to be.
It'd be so funny if it's Bruno Fernandes now.
Gee whiz, is that legit? Gee whiz says penalty United. Yes.
Penalty United.
It's a confirmed penalty. Right.
United.
Will it be Bruno?
United penalty.
Will it be Bruno? Will it be Ronaldo? What do you reckon?
I've got no stream. I haven't got a link up to the stream. I can't see.
It has to be Ronaldo. I'll bet my mortgage on it being Ronaldo. If Ronaldo misses, for all those that have captained him, you're going to get minus. You get minus for a miss. This could be awful, or it could get you. It could get you the goal for Ronaldo, 4 points, and it could get you 3 bonus for Ronaldo. From a blank, we could be looking at a 9 pointer for Ronaldo. 18 points for your captaincy. But
someone
Bruno
has just tweeted saying Bruno to take the penalty.
Oh my goodness. Are you serious? Wow. Bruno's on pens. Oh my God, Bruno is on pens. Ed.
That's been about...
Oh my God, my audio's come out. I can't hear you, Ed. Christ, keep talking. Please miss it, Bruno. Ah, my audio's completely gone. Has he missed? Oh, I can't hear you. Head jack, come on. I'm guessing you can hear me still.
Is on pens.
I've seen in the chat, Ed.
You've seen it in the chat?
Answer.
Oh my goodness. Bruno's missed.
Bruno's missed. So Ronaldo might not have been on pens, but it doesn't matter because he is now.
Wow. What drama. The death.
I cannot deal.
I can't compute. Right, hang on. United get a penalty. We've all got Ronaldo captain. We've all been saying Ronaldo's definitely on penalties. We've all sold Bruno Fernandes. Then Bruno Fernandes steps up. Ronaldo's standing there with his hands on his hips. Bruno misses. And now, so do we keep Ronaldo and say he's on pens now? This is too much. This is just too much.
There is no way Bruno is on penalties next time round with Ronnie on the pitch. I am completely shocked that Ronaldo didn't take that. Return to Old Trafford. Only the second or third appearance back at Old Trafford. 90th minute. Ronaldo didn't take the pen. I am blown away by that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that could have been massive.
Is going
on.
2
points for Ronaldo could have easily been 9 then. We would have got 3 bonus, potentially. We'd have got the 4 goal. We would have gone from...
Well, if he took it and scored rather than took it and missed like Bruno.
4-point captaincy would have been 18 points if only CR7 had stepped up. 4 to 18. That's a huge amount of rank.
Diaz booked, by the way. Oh, is it full time in the Chelsea City game? I think it is.
Oh, good God. Do you know what? There's going to be some bookmarked tweets of mine coming out to play in a minute. Oh. If Ronaldo's not on pens, I'll eat my hat. I'm sure I would have said a month ago or 2 months ago. Guys, speaking of Twitter, if you're not following Ed, his Twitter handle is just...
Here's Winnie, everyone. Yeah. Follow me for random pointless memes, essentially. Here's my dog, Winnie. She just barked and went a bit mental when Bruno stepped up to take the pen. I think she's got Ronaldo captain.
Quick maths indeed.
Absolute madness.
Oh, we've had complete drama. Final whistle at the bridge, by the way. Chelsea losing, disappointing, blanks for all their defenders, no attacking returns for the likes of Lukaku, who's in many teams. But what we have had, guys, is we've had a missed penalty at Old Trafford. Like Villa score right at the death, 1-0 up, Courtney Hall's header, and of course United get the header, get the pen. We all expect Ronaldo to go from 4 points to 18 points for all of us that captained him. And his teammate that can't even get a game for Portugal steps up and takes the penalty. Oh, and of course he missed it, didn't he?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful in a way. It's like poetry. It's sort of emotions all over the place.
If you have still got Bruno, ladies and gentlemen, you've just got some minus
Fair
points.
Fair play. You were right.
You weren't right because he missed. You got some minus there. Cameron, my wife, has Bruno. 28 shots to United.
She didn't captain Bruno though, did she?
I think she captained Salah.
Full
time, guys, at both games. Full time at Old Trafford.
Time. 2-1 nils.
There we go, guys. What a disappointing afternoon for FPL, eh? Or start to the afternoon. We can promise drama on this channel, and we always get it late on this particular stream. You will get drama. Perhaps not so much for the actual Scoutcast, and if FPL analysis is your thing, you have to catch Scoutcast midweek, guys. Check it out. If you don't watch it, give it a go. Yeah. Oh, Delia, absolutely love your post if you're still watching. Delia's just tweeted an hour ago. I've just gone on Twitter for the first time. She's got both games up and she's got our stream up. We know Delia from Fest. She was kind enough to cook me some biscuits, which were delicious. They were football biscuits. So thank you, Delia, for joining us on the chat today. And guys, so many of you have been like really on it in the chat. It's been great to have our usuals with us, Kev and Nuclear and El Fozzy. Loads of you. Too many names to mention. Who else do I need to call? Gee whiz, thank you. It's been an eventful one, Ed.
Yeah, well, yes.
In the end,
it has. In the end, I mean, not just because there's a goal in the last minute and a missed penalty, but because of the situation with Bruno Ronaldo. Yeah, I mean that was quite significant, wasn't it? So, I think that was good fun.
Can I ask you a predictive question? Right?
Yeah.
What do you reckon United versus Villa was for XG? I've got the answer.
I reckon 2.3 for United and 0.8 for Villa.
Not bad. 2.27 for United.
Oh, I was 0.03 off, yeah, and for Villa
1.46.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
that's a pretty good guess. Wow.
Chelsea.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but let's guess. 1.6.
No, they did nothing, mate. 0.22.
Oh, right.
Man City 1.7.
That's what I thought the other way around, so I was close. Yeah. Right,
yes, indeed. 0.4 off. Delia was cooking El Fozzy. Yeah, we do need to get her on. Delia, we'd love to have you on at some point. Maybe if you're not on this, maybe if not on this stream, we want you on mine and Ed's channel. We definitely want you on somewhere, Delia, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the 21st of Jan. Because I can see from your tweet earlier, you were eyes on games as we were, so you should have really joined because you had both games up on screen, you had us on screen. Absolutely loving that level of scouting. Ed, final thoughts from you. Looking forward, Ronaldo to Lukaku next week. Everyone bookmarked it. Game week 7. Shall we do Ronaldo? Shall we do Lukaku?
Well, I have both, so I'll be keeping both.
If you only had one of them. If you only had Ronaldo,
I'd make the swap. I'd make the swap. Yeah, I'd make the switch, yeah.
Would you make the switch in game week 7 next week, or would you make it in game week 8, knowing Ronaldo does have Everton next week?
I'd make it... who did Chelsea have next week?
Southampton at home.
I'd make it this for next week. Get Lukaku in at home against Southampton. Southampton could lose 9-0 again.
Yeah. There we have it, guys. It's been wicked chatting along with you. Thank you all for coming. Please like the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell. And
if you want to donate to helping me fund my £600 fine I got today, then just DM me on Twitter. That'd be great.
Hashtag pray for Ed. Hashtag GoFundEd. Hashtag thoughts with Ed.
Yeah,
all that. Follow him on Twitter for the very, very latest. And yeah, guys, I said it at half time. If many of you aren't subscribing to Scout but watching these videos, tut. You got to subscribe, guys. You got to, because you just get so much data. If you're watching this video, you're an FPL enthusiast. If you don't subscribe to Scout, you're not, right? So get on it, give that a go. And we'll see you next week. What game are we going to do next week? I don't know. I'm going to have a little glance at the fixtures before I go and tell you what game's favourite for next week. Obviously, I need to check my social calendar as well. I don't do much, but you never know. I might have plans on Saturday or Sunday.
I have a hair appointment or something.
Yeah. What we got? Game week. What are the good ones? So, the early kickoff next week is Ronaldo versus Everton. But we've been stung by that. The 3 o'clock games, I'd love to do, but they're just not fun when you're not watching a game. We tried it, didn't really work. So, the other TV games, Brighton Arsenal, not for me. Sunday games, Palace Leicester, meh. Okay. Liverpool Man City on Sunday at 4:30. It might be that. So, guys, we look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. Good luck. Fingers crossed if you've got any road captain choices out there. I hope Antonio, I hope Salah, I hope they're both back.